at 7-0. I'm Glenn Fraser alongside Pat Gariontes. We have Mike Lang on camera and production assistant tonight running the show for us, Nick Halliday. We're glad you're joining our live stream on Delaware Live, powered by 302 Sports. We're just about ready to get underway, and let me bring in my broadcast partner, Pat. Good pitching is so important, and both of these teams have real good ones in Peyton Dixon for Smyrna and Jess Walter for Caravel.
Yeah, you're not kidding, Glenn. I mean, Peyton Dixon on the year has been tremendous. Opened the season a 3-hit, 10-strikeout effort. That was a 2-1 victory in extra innings over Central, and then threw a no-hitter against Milford in a 10-0 victory. That also included 10 strikeouts. And then finally, in a 9-2 victory over Delmar, 16 strikeouts on the mound for Peyton Dixon, who's been getting it done for a few years. So yeah, it's a really great pitching matchup here tonight. Like you said, for the Buccaneers as well, with Jessica Walter.
Yeah, Jess on the mound. You can see her loosening up. Let's set the defense for you for Caravel. And center field is Kendall Brown. The shortstop is Veronica Diomede. Michaela Walsh is the second baseman. Catching is Mia Guerreri. Third base, Morgan Moxley, whose father is the Caravel baseball coach. Brooke Holdsworth at first base. Haley Greco is the designated player. Layla Rocks in left field. Danny DeBenedictis in right. And as we mentioned, Jess Walter is pitching. Leading off for the Smyrna Eagles, Gianna Duca. She comes in with a .529 batting average in Smyrna's 4 games. She is the second baseman. Following her will be Taylor Lipkins, the right fielder. Then Megan Shirey, the coach's daughter. She's at third base. The pitcher, Peyton Dixon, bats cleanup. Michaela Brantley is in center. Kirsten Johnson, the designated hitter for catcher, Sydney Eyinger. Sheridan Price will be in left. Carly Maxton, the shortstop, and at first base, Haley McCutcheon. Nikki Shirey's the head coach for Smyrna. She played for the Eagles in 1993 when they won their first ever state championship, and she coached the Eagles to back-to-back titles in 2018 and 19, Pat. And because we didn't play spring sports last year, Smyrna's the reigning 2-time defending champs.
Yeah, exactly. Quite a program that they put together down there. And it's going to be quite the matchup here. And as you said, they are technically still the reigning champions.
And who did they beat in 2019? Caravel Academy in a 1-0 affair down in Roxana at that complex down there. And Peyton Dixon was the winning pitcher in that game. We are ready to go. Leadoff hitter Gianna Duca for the Smyrna Eagles. So we mentioned coming in with a .529 average, facing Jess Walter.
You see the third baseman in. Typically in softball, those top batters in a lineup are the slap hitters.
Right. Look for the bunt, look for the slap. First pitch is a called strike. Nice evening here, Pat. We've got sunny skies.
Yeah, it's probably early, like mid-60s right now. We'll see what happens when that sun goes down. It got a little chilly on Thursday at our stream at Salesianum, so it's nice for now.
Yeah, expected the temperature to fall into the mid-50s, maybe low 50s by the time we're done. That pitch called a ball, so a 1-1 count on Duca, leadoff batter for Smyrna. Both these teams undefeated. Smyrna has a big game coming up Saturday at Midway against the number 1 ranked team in the state, Delaware Military Academy. Walter, she can really bring it in there. That's called a ball, so it's a 2-1 count.
Yeah, it looked like it just missed. This is what you want to see from your leadoff hitter. Make the pitcher throw some pitches. Let the batters on deck, get some practice swings in there. Try and work the count. Get on base any way necessary.
Right, see as many pitches as you can. 2-1 count. There's the pitch, swing and a miss. Count all even up at 2-2 against Duca.
Yeah, that was a really good, powerful fastball there from Walter. Really challenging her.
I saw her pitch a couple of years ago at Apo High School, and very impressed with the young lady. Here's the 2-2 delivery. Called strike and a strikeout to start the game for Walter.
What a pitch. I mean, just painting it. Looked like it was on the outside part of the plate from our perspective. And, I mean, if you're going to be painting on the black like that, it's going to be a tough night for the Smyrna Eagles.
Another left-hander for Smyrna, Taylor Lipkins, the right fielder. She comes in with a .333 average. So again, the corners are up, looking for a bunt or a soft slap. Bunt offering, but she pulled it back and takes a ball.
Yeah, good job there, taking that pitch a little bit outside. Again, make Walter work. Get the perspective of these pitches early in the counts.
Walter, ready for the 1-0 delivery. And there's a called strike. 1-1 count. The batter is Lipkins. Yeah, these two have built up a nice little rivalry over the last 4 or 5 years. And I talked to Coach Shirey before the game. She said their girls just love coming up here and playing night games at Caravel.
Yeah, there's nothing like it, Glenn. I mean, this is such a beautiful venue for a softball game. There's no doubt about that. And the night game, aspect of it, that makes you feel like you're playing big-time softball. So you got to love that.
Exactly. And it really helps when you get into the season and the weather gets a lot warmer.
Mm-hmm.
Last pitch was a called strike, so it's a 1-2 count to Lipkins. One out here in the top of the first. And there's a swing and a miss and another strikeout for Jess Walter.
She's bringing it. There's no doubt about it. I mean, that's just, I'm giving you my best. Hit it if you can. Back-to-back hitters picking up the strikeout on that.
Walter, you were talking about Peyton Dixon and the multiple strikeout games she had coming in. Walter has several multiple strikeout games herself.
Mm-hmm.
And already has picked up 2 Ks to start out the game here. Now we have the coach's daughter, Megan Shirey, bloops one out in the left, and she gets the first hit of the game.
Yeah, a little Texas leaguer out there past the shortstop. Gets Smyrna their first base runner of the game. It's a good piece of hitting right there.
Shirey, first pitch hitting, and now a .538 batter, the pitcher, Peyton Dixon. 13 RBIs to lead the team.
Yeah, she's been knocking them in. They've been getting runners on base for her, and she's been getting the job done. This one, not quite yet an RBI opportunity, but she's still a threat at the plate.
So are you telling me get ready with my hands out here in case the ball comes out to right?
I need to be ready myself, Glenn.
That one was a little low for a ball. Peyton Dixon, a senior for Smyrna. She was the winning pitcher in the last state championship game in 2019. She also pitched in the 2018 championship game. Got a couple innings in.
It's impressive. Only a freshman at that time.
Right. Ball must have been a little bit outside. So a 2-0 count to Dixon. And you would expect that Walter is being a little careful with her. She knows how good of a hitter she is, and she's in that cleanup spot.
Yeah, I mean, Glenn, like you said, 13 RBIs already on the season for Dixon. The next highest total for runs batted in for Smyrna is at 4, which is Shirey. So definitely got to be careful here.
Changes up the speed there, but it did not cross the zone. So a 3-0 count to Dixon with Michaela Brantley on deck, the center fielder. Smyrna already with 3 left-handed batters in their top 4 starting lineup. Dixon taking all the way with the 3-0, and Walter just puts it right down the middle for a strike.
Yeah, I mean, Walter hasn't been missing by much. These pitches don't seem to be too far off the plate. Let's see if she can battle back here.
Gets the sign from the bench. And the 3-1 delivery is ball 4. So the Eagles have a little 2-out action here. Runners at first and second for Brantley.
Nice job here by the last 2 batters in the Smyrna order. One aggressive early in the count, getting a single. The other working out a walk. And you can see there's a talk going on at the mound now to try and settle Walter back into this one.
Right. And Coach Shirey for Smyrna talking to the home plate umpire. I don't know whether she's making some kind of change here.
I think
she's going to run for Dixon, yeah.
Mm-hmm. I can't quite remember what that is. If it's like a 10-6, it's some kind of substitution that they call out.
So Kendall Wiley, a freshman, is on first, running for Peyton Dixon. Yeah, I think in high school softball, you're allowed to run for the pitcher and the catcher, and then can sub those players right back into the ball game. So first and second for Smyrna. Brantley up. Walter struck out the first two batters she faced. Then a base hit and a walk. Fouled away, strike one to Brantley.
Brantley looks like she's lining up for the slap hit. As you can see, once again, third baseman charging in. Shortstop will probably be trying to take the third base bag. You got to get that good rotation if you're the Caravel defense here.
Walter has the sign from the bench and her catcher.
It's close.
It was. I was waiting for that arm to go up. Ball one. So Brantley has worked a 1-1 count. You know, these two programs, Smyrna has just come on recently in the last 5 or 6 years, been really successful. Caravel's been successful for quite some time. 19 playoff appearances, by far the most in the state.
It's impressive, Glenn. You know, the terminology gets thrown around, I believe, in college basketball, blue bloods. Caravel would be what you would say is a blue blood program for softball in the state of Delaware. There's
definitely
no doubt about it.
And let me correct myself. That's 19 championship game appearances for Caravel with 10 championship titles. And like I said, by far the most of anybody in the state. They won 3 championships under current head coach Randy Johnson, back-to-back in 2010 and 11, and then again in 2016. Another foul ball down the left field side. The count remains 1-2 to Brantley with 2 outs and runners on first and second.
That's going to be tough to push down the third base line. Again, with that third baseman charging in like that. See if she can get it airborne. I mean, there is a little bit over top the third baseman's head, but that takes a pretty decent amount of skill to try and poke that one like that.
Very precise placement for sure. Moxley is Caravel's third baseman. She changed up speed and fouled it back and out of play.
It's a nice pitch by Walter, and you know what? That's a really good piece of hitting just to get a piece of it and keep this count alive.
Yeah, keeps the count at 1-2. Walter's thrown quite a few pitches here in this opening inning. Last time these two played the state championship game in 2019, it was a 1-0 Smyrna win. And I'm expecting a low-scoring game this evening.
Yeah, I mean, two pitchers that can dominate.
Got it up high and skies it out to right field in foul territory. DeBenedictis makes the catch, and the top half of the first has come to an end. 2 runners on, Smyrna strands 2. They get 1 hit. And Caravel coming up to bat with no score in the game. We'll be right back after this on Delaware Live, powered by 302 Sports.
Your home, your community. It's not just where you live, it's where you belong. At Dover Federal Credit Union, we understand what it means to be local. We started here, and we're not going anywhere. We're as local as it gets, and we like it that way. We're not just a financial institution. We are the local credit union that you can trust. Local people, local decisions. Dover Federal Credit Union. Your home.
Welcome back as we enter the bottom half of the first inning in tonight's softball game between Caravel and Smyrna. Glenn Fraser alongside Pat Gariotis. Again, Mike Lang on camera. And our thanks to Nick Halliday for getting us all set up, producing, and getting us online so that you can enjoy our live stream tonight.
Yeah, no doubt about it, Glenn. And as you said, we got ourselves a good one lined up here. Interesting first half of the inning there. The Buccaneers, Jessica Walter, did a good job getting the first 2 outs, but Smyrna tried to fight back into that one. And now we get to see Peyton Dixon take the mound. I'm excited for this one.
Yeah, like I said, you would expect this to be a typical high school softball game. Low scoring, 1-0, 2-1, 3-2 kind of a game with the pitchers of the caliber that these two have. Definitely. Leading off for Caravel Academy is Kendall Brown, the center fielder. She'll be followed by Veronica Diomede, the shortstop, and then Michaela Walsh, the second baseman. They have the top three batters here to face Peyton Dixon, the senior for the Smyrna Eagles. As we are scoreless here from Caravel.
Dixon, let's see her set the tone early. You expect her to come right down throwing strikes early in this one.
She gets a called strike on the first pitch as she's painted the outside corner. That one high and outside for a ball. 1-1 to Kendall Brown.
Expect the same thing from Brown. Hopefully work this count, allow the batters on deck to see some pitches from Dixon.
And she gets a ball there outside for a 2-1 count. You know, Caravel had three really close games early this month, Pat. They had a 3-1 win over a much-improved Concord team this year, and then 2-1 wins back-to-back against Seaford and Laurel.
Yeah, and you know that's those are character victories. You know, to win those close games early in the season, it's going to do nothing but give your team confidence as this season progresses. So they've been tested already, Caravel, this year.
2-2 pitch is fouled away. Ooh. Count remains the same. Now, Smyrna, on the other hand, they got off to a very close game in the first one against Sussex Central. They had an extra inning 2-1 win.
Mm-hmm.
And in that game, the Sussex Central pitcher, and I don't have her name in front of me, had 20 strikeouts.
Oh, wow.
And they still lost the game.
Wow. That's tough. That's one of those where, you know, you can look yourself in the mirror at the end of the day and be like, you know, there's not much more I can do.
Since then, Smyrna has three fairly easy victories over Milford, Indian River, and Delmar. 2-2 pitch from Dixon. Ooh. Outside, full count.
That's close.
Smyrna players wanted that when you heard the woo.
Oh, yeah. Good job of pitch framing, too.
That's a catcher, Sydney Iyinger. And there's a low pitch for ball four, so Caravel gets the leadoff runner on here in their half of the first.
Yeah, good job right there. Working that count, fouling a tough pitch off, staying alive, and you know, ended up drawing the walk. See if Caravel can get themselves in business here.
Got a left-hander up there in the shortstop, Veronica Diomede. And again, you mentioned it. Typically in the top of the order, the lefties are slap hitters, bunters. Mm-hmm. We might see a bunt here trying to get Brown down to second base. But she takes off and has to get back.
She's got to be careful with that one. Brown was halfway down the line.
Pitch was a ball. Of course, Smyrna's first baseman, McCutcheon, is up and down the line, so the second baseman has to cover the bag, and that's Duca.
I think that was an offer. Yeah, they called that an offer.
Okay. 1-1 count to Diomede.
Tell you what, Brown's got quite the secondary lead coming off that bag.
She does. Offer a bunt, it's foul. So the count is 1-2 against Diomede.
See now, you know, softball a little bit different than baseball in terms of strategy. With 2 strikes, let's see if they keep the bunt on or if they just tell her to slap.
Yeah, I would guess slap here, but I'd be interested to see if maybe Brown doesn't try to steal a base here. There's a fly ball down the left field side and a diving attempt. Can't quite get there by the Smyrna left fielder. That's Price. Foul ball, though.
Yeah, good effort by Price. Get the pant legs dirty. You know,
get a little grass stain on there, right?
Right. Exactly.
Mom shakes her head in the stands. Oh.
Gonna have to break the tide out tonight.
Would those be the pods?
The pods, yeah.
That one is out of play. So Diomede really fighting them off here.
Yeah, Diomede's right on these pitches. I know she, you know, fouled both of them off as if she was swinging late. but it looks almost like she's aiming, trying to hit the ball the other way. So let's see. Let's see if she can make something happen here with 2 strikes.
She's in the box. Dixon gets the call, and then, they all look now at their arms. They have those numbers on there. Boy, that's a shot. That might be out of here. Oh, the center fielder just got back there. I think the wind held it up. Brantley makes the catch. Off the bat, it looked like it was gone.
Yeah, Glenn, I think if this is, May, or, end of May here, that thing's carrying out. You're right. But you look out the center field, the American flag was blowing in pretty stiffly there. Ooh, that's a tough one there for Caravel.
Good swing by Diomede, but she becomes the first out of this bottom half of the first. And now Michaela Walsh, the second baseman, is at the plate.
Yeah, walk-up music. That's one thing I've always appreciated about Caravel, Glenn, is they bring it when it comes to the walk-up music, the whole 9.
I see a lot of schools doing that now, past few years.
It's awesome.
There she goes, Brown going down, and she gets the stolen base.
Yeah, that was, again, good lead, and the pitch was down a little bit low, so it almost ended up working like the perfect pitch to run on there for Brown, snagging the base.
Looked like she was going to get that one clean anyhow. The ball kind of bounced up to the shortstop, and she couldn't get it clean. There's a strike, so we got a 1-1 count on Walsh.
Umpire's awfully late on the strike call. She's throwing me off a little bit.
Mia Guerreri, the catcher, is on deck. Change up, swung and looked like fouled away. Oh, they're going to say it hit her.
She swung.
I thought it was a foul tip. I don't know what she's going down to first for.
She's selling it, baby.
Yeah,
she
I like that. It's gamesmanship, Glenn.
That's our cameraman back there, Mike Lang.
What a change-up. I mean, honestly, you get a good softball pitcher like Peyton Dixon out here. It truly is like a Bugs Bunny change-up. I don't know how you can do it as a hitter. You had to gear up for 65 or whatever she's throwing out here, and then a change-up at 40 comes at you.
And then she follows that up with a fastball, and that's a called strike. And her first strikeout of the game. 2 outs with Brown at second base.
There's just not much you can do as a hitter when someone's got that kind of pitch arsenal.
Brings up the cleanup hitter, the catcher, Mia Guerreri. Really good hitter. She's had several multiple hit games as Caravel comes in here 7-0. First offering appeared to be a little high, and it was for a ball. So both teams get a little action going. Base runner on second base. Smyrna couldn't get their runner home. And now with 2 outs, Caravel, see what they can do. And there's a pass ball. So that puts Brown over at third.
Yeah, Glenn, that'll help. Now it's a single definitely will score a run. So, yeah, that's Smyrna a little bit of pressure on, but
pressure on the catcher, too.
Exactly.
Try to keep everything in front of her at this point.
I believe the pitch was called a strike.
Foul ball. Is there going to be room? No. Right fielder Taylor Lipkins runs out of space. 1-2 count on the batter, Guerreri. 2 outs here in the bottom of the first, no score. Caravel's Brown is over at third base. As the lights come on here at Caravel Academy.
Yeah, it looks like the sun has gone completely down, so the batters are going to get a real good look at the ball now from now on.
Pitch a little low in the zone.
Ooh.
And it's a ball. 2-2 count.
Good eye right there. That's a tough one to lay off with 2 strikes.
Guerreri's the cleanup hitter for Caravel. And she fouls that one off.
Good battle by Guerreri. Sometimes get a piece. Wait to get your pitch.
Exactly. Well, we knew this was going to happen. Once that sun went down, the temperature is going to go down with it.
I brought 2 jackets with me, Glenn.
I brought one, and it's over there by the right field corners, or left field corner, excuse me. I might have to make a mad dash between innings.
We may have to do an elongated commercial break coming after this half inning.
Dixon's 2-2 offering. Change up.
Choo.
A little high, full count.
That's tough. I mean, if Dixon can command that pitch, it's so hard to anticipate that as a hitter.
Because you just get way out in front. Your timing's off. Full count, 2 outs. Brown at third. Here's the pitch. Fouled away.
Good work by Guerreri. This is a good at-bat. Now obviously you're going to want the run, no doubt about it, but, this is just a good at-bat here by Guerreri. Give you some confidence. We're close.
Mm-hmm.
We're close on Peyton Dixon right now.
And here's the full count pitch. Fouled away again, is going to be out of play. As Taylor Lipkins gets over to the fence. You don't have a long arm that long, that's for sure.
Yeah. A little ball change here.
Decent crowd out here tonight. People are socially distanced as they're supposed to be.
It's good, man. It's good to see some folks out here, especially coming off a basketball season. Obviously, indoors are a different scenario, but it's always nice to see the families get out here to watch the games.
A little high in the zone. Pass ball. Here comes Brown, and she is going to score. And that makes it 1-0 as Guerreri takes first.
Wow. Yeah, that's a tough one for Smyrna right there. I mean, that's 2 bases they get advanced on because of mishandled balls back there, which, Dixon's ball's moving all over the place.
Right. And you never know. Pitcher and catcher might not have been on the same page.
Mm-hmm.
Guerreri down at first, and I think they just ran for her.
Yes, because the catcher, same thing. I believe that's number 12, Glenn, Riley Maloney, at a first.
And it brings up Morgan Moxley, the third baseman. Another really good hitter in the lineup here for the Bucks. Dixon ready with the offering. Ground ball, left side, short one. Good throw over to first in time as it goes Maxton over to first baseman McCutcheon to end the first inning. So we've got 1 in the books, and it's Caravel 1, Smyrna 0. Back after.
Are you planning to buy a home in 3 months, 6 months, or even a year? Let me walk you through the process from start to finish and get your questions answered. I'm a DHSA lender with down payment assistance programs or grant money. I can help those with less than perfect credit or those working on their credit. I'm also local and always have been. So call 302-563-5599 or visit bryans.loans.com when you are ready to get started on your road to homeownership. Whether you're planning to buy a home in 3 months, 6 months, or even a year, let me walk you through the process from start to finish and get your questions answered. I'm a DHSA lender with down payment assistance programs or grant money. I can help those with less than perfect credit or those working on their credit. I'm also local and always have been. So call 302-563-5599 or visit bryans.loans.com when you are ready to get started on your road to homeownership. Whether you're planning to buy a home in 3 months, 6 months, or even a year, let me walk you through the process from start to finish and get your questions answered. I'm a DHSA lender with down payment assistance programs or grant money. I can help those with less than perfect credit or those working on their credit. I'm also local and always have
Brett, ready to go. Sitting on the cord. Ready to go, top half of the second. Pitch is low, a ball one. To the designated hitter, Kirsten Johnson. Comes in with a .600 batting average.
Got to say, Glenn, I'm impressed with the cardiovascular that you got going on. Here he comes back. He's not even out of breath.
A little bit. And that one's low for ball two. Try to keep pretty good shape.
That's the way to
I'm
do
not
it.
going to tell you my age. I'll just say that I have qualified for Social Security. Walter ready to go with the 2-0 count to Johnson. Designated hitter. She's batting for the catcher. And she fouls that off, but it looked to be pretty low. Could have easily been ball three.
Could have been, no doubt about it. And you know what? I mean, this is a big inning here for Walter. She gets a run, gets some run support here. You want to get back out in the circle and throw a shutdown inning here. Command looks to be a little bit of an issue. She got a break right there, Glenn. I think you're exactly right on that.
2-1 count. Well, that one was right in there. Fouled away again. Count 2-2. Sheridan Price is on deck. She's the left fielder. And now we have a ball loose in the field. But nobody notices it but us.
Yeah, a little tennis ball. The kids are back.
Mm. Long time to decide what to throw here.
Yeah, you can tell. I mean, Walter fell behind 2-0, missed with really her first three pitches. She's really, you're right, taking her time trying to.
But she got that one in there.
Yeah, she made the adjustment necessary.
Must have heard you.
Yeah.
Her third strikeout of the game. And that brings up Sheridan Price, left fielder.
You know, and one thing that does too, you know, Glenn, on the mound, you take a step off, keeps that batter uncomfortable, keeps them off balance. It's not great in terms of pace of game, pace of play, but sometimes it does work.
Swing and a miss for a strike. That one had some movement on it.
That ball was humming in there.
And as a batter, you had the tendency to, you know what, I'm not waiting this long. Let me have time to step out. And you want to break up the rhythm of the pitcher at the same time.
Looks like they noticed the tennis ball, Glenn, so
yeah.
Safety hazard averted.
Yeah.
You know, so far, Walter's gone with that fastball for the strikeouts. If she gets 2 strikes on a batter, she's coming there with her best, challenging them.
She seems to have almost another gear when she gets 2 strikes.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the 0-1 to Price. Swing and a miss. Price in the hole now, 0-2. And you know, I'm sure, Pat, these two pitchers probably, they know each other and they know the teams, and it's like they're amped up for this.
No doubt about it. I mean, you know, you get, this is a rematch, right? So, I mean, I know Smyrna got the bigger win here, but Caravel's trying, this is for some pride here. This is to send a statement.
Low for ball one, not a bad idea. Ahead in the count. Try to get in the batter to go for something not too good.
Yeah. Yeah, and you know, I mean, the wonderful, I guess the wonderful thing about softball is that the pitch limits don't really come in like they do in baseball. It's much more natural motion throwing it underhand, so you can play with batters.
Yep. It's a little nubber. I thought it was going to stay fair, but dead ball must have hit it off of her foot.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I optical illusion from where we are, maybe.
Could be.
But it was pretty wild. It had that side spin going.
That's one of those hard to make a play on, too, if you've got a speedy runner.
Yeah. It's like a swinging bunt.
All right, Walter on the mound, ready to go. One out here in the top of the second. Swing and a miss. Let's make it 2 outs, and the 4th strikeout of the game for Walter.
Once again, Walter, when 2 strikes gets there, she's throwing the fastball. That one looked to be a little bit on the outside part of the plate. That's really tough to hit, especially with Walter, bringing it on the radar gun. So, well, she's gotten it done when she's gotten batters in 2 strike counts.
Well, she did this to start the game. Retired the first 2 Smyrna Eagles on strikeouts. See if she can strike out the side. Here's Carly Maxton, the shortstop for the Eagles. Nope.
Ooh.
Shortstop couldn't get over there in time for Caravel. That's Diomede.
Yeah, that fence was coming up pretty quick.
And let's give a lot of credit to Maxton. She really got around on that fastball.
She did. That's the first one we've seen pulled, Glenn.
We've seen foul balls on the left side, but from the left-handers.
Right. See if the defense, it doesn't look like they're adjusting. They're not buying it right now.
Maxton really has the feet spread apart there in the box. Way out in front of the change.
Good piece of hitting, right? She saw, okay, you're out in front of my fastball. Watch this.
Yeah.
Takes a little bit off of it. Swing right over the top.
Good call by the coaching staff.
Mm-hmm.
So now Walter has Maxton in the hole, 0-2. Looking to strike out the side. There's the change again.
Yeah. Took even more off that one. I like it. I like that pitch, right? You got her 0-2. I'm throwing one down low in the zone. See if the batter's going to stay aggressive there. It doesn't do any harm either.
Yep, good location.
Mm-hmm.
2 outs, nobody on for Smyrna, top of the second. Caravel up 1-0. Outside for ball 2. Haley McCutcheon, the first baseman, on deck for Smyrna, and then the top of the order. Walter trying to get out of this inning.
Wind has died down a little bit here, Glenn.
Sure has.
This was the bottom of the second. That pitch may have been a home run.
Right, the Caravel batter in the first inning.
Or bottom of the first, sorry, yeah.
Yeah.
Oop.
There's a called strike, and Walter does strike out the side. We played an inning and a half. The score here from Caravel, the Buccaneers won, the Eagles nothing. Back after this.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Sotho Concepts. Sotho Concepts is an award-winning restaurant group with 12 locations in beautiful coastal Delaware. Come check us out. At Sotho Concepts, we believe in cooking beautiful, simple food, developing the people we work with, and making the world a better place. Come visit us this fall for our great off-season specials, like half-price entree night and crab cake night. With 12 locations on the culinary coast from Lewis, Delaware to Fenwick Island, we have something for everyone. See you soon. Hi, I'm Scott
At
Kammerer.
Ferris Home Improvements, your family's comfort and safety is always our top priority.
If you call us for your roofing, windows and doors, siding, decks, kitchen, and bathroom needs, you can expect health-screened craftsmen who wear gloves and face masks and follow minimum 6-foot distancing, virtual conferences to discuss project details, job quotes delivered electronically or brought to your door for your review and approval, and our showrooms in Newark and Rehoboth Beach remain open for limited appointments.
We're here together.
Operating with precautions.
To protect our staff
and our customers.
Sotho Concepts. Sotho Concepts is an award-winning restaurant group with 12 locations in beautiful coastal Delaware. Come check us out. At Sotho Concepts, we believe in cooking beautiful, simple food, developing the people we work with, and making the world a better place. Come visit us this fall for our great off-season specials, like half-price entree night and crab cake night. With 12 locations on the culinary coast from Lewis, Delaware to Fenwick Island, we have something for everyone. See you soon.
Get the assurance that your HVAC system is what you need with Ambience. Ambience provides you with over 25 years of experience in the heating, cooling, and plumbing industry. The team at Ambience Heating and Air Conditioning provides high...
Welcome back here to Caravel Academy on this Tuesday evening, high school softball. A battle between number 2 and number 3 ranked teams in the state. Smyrna ranked second, Caravel ranked third. The home team, though, on top 1-0 as we go to the bottom of the second.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a good one. It's been as advertised in this one, Glenn. I mean, Smyrna's got the lone hit in this game, but Caravel's got the all-important only run.
Peyton released that one a little bit too soon. That kind of rolled up there for a ball. Batter is Brooke Holdsworth, the first baseman. And I'll tell you how versatile our crew is. We've now switched out cameramen. So Mike Lang has been substituted for. We have a substitute cameraman on first base. That's Nick Halliday.
That's how we do it.
Ball 2. Again, Dixon a little low in the zone.
Yeah, she's kind of starting the inning off the same way that we saw Walter start off the top half of the inning. Missing with the first couple of pitches here. Let's see if Dixon can get herself set.
And Pat, just like in softball, where you can freely substitute for the pitcher and the catcher to run the bases, we're going to use the re-entry rule for cameraman.
That's right.
In a little bit.
Exactly.
That pitch is fouled away, 2-1 to Holdsworth.
Yeah, I think Mike underestimated the temperature difference once that sun went down.
Yeah.
He is known for that, Mike Lang. He's always in shorts.
Sounds like good friend, athletic director down at Smyrna, Schultze. He's always in shorts.
He's over there in shorts. See him standing there?
Nick Halliday.
Yeah.
He said he's over there.
Another foul away. Count is 2-2 to Brooke Holdsworth. Yeah, Schulte, I'll kid around with him in football season. If it's in November, December, and it's like 20 degrees with a -5 wind chill, and he's got long pants on, I'm going, dude, what are you doing?
Yeah.
This is shorts weather.
You got an image. You got an image to uphold.
Exactly. Peyton Dixon was low in the zone on the first 2 pitches to Holdsworth, and she's now battled back to even the count of 2-2. There's a shot coming towards us. One hops to the fence. Holdsworth on at second, and she will hold there with a double.
It's a good piece of hitting right there, Glenn.
I was ready.
I wasn't.
I was too. And again, a cold night, a little brisk night like that, ball's not carrying too much. But that was a good piece of hitting there. Leadoff double here for the Buccaneers. Their first hit, right? It makes the scoreboard look a little box score look a little bit better, right? 1 hit, 1 run.
1 hit, 1 run. You're right. So now Holdsworth with a leadoff double. They will run for her.
Mm-hmm.
And Caravel will bring in down that's Olivia Rexroad, a junior. She's going to run for Holdsworth down at second base. Holdsworth, only a sophomore.
Mm-hmm. I mean, both of these rosters, obviously they have their core seniors, but you look up and down there, the young, youthful talent, whether it be freshman or sophomore on both rosters, Glenn, the future's bright for both of these programs. There's no doubt about that.
Yep, they just kind of reload these two. At the plate now, Haley Greiko, the designated player, as we have now completed our re-entry rule for cameramen and brought Mike Lang back in from the dugout.
I am built for comfort.
And we send Nick Halliday back to the stands, I guess.
Once again, here's an opportunity for Caravel to try and get this runner over to third base. Defense is going to be moving.
There's the bunt up in the air. It's caught by the first baseman who was charging. And quickly, the runner, Rexroad, gets back to second.
Yeah, good job there by Rexroad out there on second base. Just playing it safe, knowing nobody's covering second base.
Right.
Waiting to see if that ball drops or not.
Yeah, they had the rotation on. Second baseman has to cover first. And the shortstop had to cover third. So you're exactly right, Pat. All right, Layla Rock, the left fielder, now at the plate. 1 out. And a weakly hit ball right back to the pitcher, throw over to first, but it advances the runner with 2 outs.
Yeah, how about that? Rexroad just right on the crack of the bat was running to third base. Dixon didn't even pay her any mind.
Yeah.
She said, "I'm getting the out." Now 2 outs. That's confidence too as a pitcher, knowing that that's the second out, and that she thinks that her best can top any of the Caravel batters. So we'll see what happens.
Brings up the right fielder, Danny DeBenedictis, and I heard the PA announcer call her Biscuit.
Tremendous nickname.
Yeah, I got to ask Danny about that after the game. She goes way back. My granddaughter and her used to play travel ball together, and they played in Little League in the MOT softball division too. Super individual, great attitude. This kid, right in there to even the count at 1-1. Danny has some power too.
Mm-hmm.
She can go deep. I believe she hit a home run the last game out against John Carroll from Maryland.
She's got an opportunity here to expand the lead, Glenn. See what she can do.
Fouls that one off. First base side. A ball and 2 strikes. To Biscuits. I guess that's her new nickname. Maybe she's had it for a while up here. I don't know.
We'll have to find that one out, Glenn.
Yeah.
We'll have to see if we can investigate the origin of the nickname.
I'm sure when she comes out between innings to right field, we'll check that out. She might not even turn around now. There's a swing and a miss. That ends the inning, so Caravel will strand that leadoff runner. Got on with a double and then advanced to third. We go to the top of the third inning. Our score remains Caravel 1 and Smyrna nothing, and we'll be back right after this.
Welcome to Premier Physical Therapy. Come on in. Premier is a locally owned outpatient physical therapy practice with convenient locations near you in all 3 counties in Delaware. At Premier, we have experienced physical therapists with advanced credentials, but their hospitality, passion, and enthusiasm is what makes the difference for you. Every patient receives personal attention with an individualized model of clinical excellence and care. Our goal is to get you back to your favorite activities. From injuries due to work and automobile accidents to post-surgical care to sports injuries and more, Premier offers direct access to our physical therapists, allowing you to schedule your appointment quickly and easily, even without a prescription. Find our convenient locations at www.premierptsp.com. Premier Physical Therapy and Sports Performance. You may have tried physical therapy, but have you tried Premier?
Welcome back to our live stream of high school softball here tonight from Caravel Academy. I'm Glenn Fraser alongside Pat Gariantes. We have Mike Lang on camera.
He is. He's warm. He's bundled up now, Glenn.
Lightweight.
He's got
the jacket on. I have mine here. I'm ready.
Yeah.
I'm not quite there yet.
Yeah, I had to throw the pullover on. We'll see if we make an adjustment to the windbreaker at some point here. You never know.
Well, we were going to check with right fielder for Caravel, Danny DeBenedictis, about this biscuit thing, but she is in a little confab with her fellow outfielders in the middle of the outfield, and a little too far for her to hear me.
Someone must have tipped her off, Glenn. She must have knew it was coming and decided to warm up in center field.
Now, we could turn my mic down and have me yell to her, but we'll forego that for the moment. All right, we're ready to go top of the third. And Smyrna has first baseman Haley McCutcheon up. Another left-hander.
Continues with the youth movement here, Glenn. Only a freshman, McCutcheon. She's got the right number on, too, for her last name.
Yeah, McCutcheon in the major leagues with the Fighting Phils. He's been around for a while.
Yeah.
Started out his career with the Pittsburgh Pirates. Waller's now set. The 0-1 delivery is a swing and a miss for strike 2.
This is the kind of start to an inning that Walter wants, right? At the top of the second inning, she came out. She was struggling to find the zone. She's attacking the zone early here in the third.
She has 3 consecutive strikeouts, and with a 0-2 count here is trying to get the 4th in a row. McCutcheon will be followed up by the top of the order, Duca. And now McCutcheon will step out.
Yeah. I mean, why not? I mean, that's something that we've seen from Walter now the last 2 innings. She sets the tone. She sets the pace. And every now and then she steps off the rubber, takes it all in, gathers herself, and then goes at it. And the batter the whole time's in the box waiting. You can get kind of tight.
Walter's delivery. And a swing and a miss. 4 straight strikeouts for Jess Walter.
This is impressive, Glenn. I mean, she is really starting to find her rhythm.
Oh, yeah, she's in a good pace right now. That brings up Gianna Duca, the second baseman for Smyrna. She struck out to lead off the game. 6 strikeouts now for Jess Walter in just 3 innings of work. Not even 3. 3 and a third, or 2 and a third. A little high with that one for a ball.
Yeah, it looked to be a rise ball. I'll tell you what, there's some of the softball pitches that these young ladies can throw, the movement. It's very, very impressive. That pitch starts off right in the strike zone and just continues to rise up. Hard to lay off. That's a really good job there by Duca.
Duca has a small strike zone. That one low for a ball. Oh, no, they called that a strike. I checked the scoreboard. It's 1-1.
Yeah, the home plate umpire, a little delayed with the strike calls.
Some of them are. Plus, he's wearing that typical umpire dark shirt and with a dark background behind him.
And gloves.
Took a little bit off of that one. Swing and a miss. A ball and 2 strikes to Duca.
Walter's just toying with hitters right now. I mean, every pitch in her arsenal seems to be working, as of the last, 6 batters or so. As you mentioned, 4 straight strikeouts, but it kind of started a few batters before that.
It's just you can see her oozing with confidence right now. And there was an offer and another strikeout, number 5 in a row. 2 outs, and brings up Taylor Lipkins, the right fielder, who also struck out her first time up.
I mean, this is just tough sledding here for the Smyrna offense. When Walter's in the zone like this, you just got to hope for a break at some point here. Get her out of her rhythm.
And she's in a really nice rhythm right now. There's no doubt about that. Looked like she started with a changeup for a strike.
When that's happening, when she's, like I said, when she's got all of her pitches working like that, it's a nightmare as a hitter.
Lipkins with an 0-1 count. And you're right, the wind has died down. So at least it's calm right now. A little low in the zone. A ball and a strike. Lipkins came into the game tonight hitting at a .333 clip for Coach Shire's Smyrna Eagles. Both of these teams come in undefeated.
Yeah, so the best of the best that the state has to offer.
Looked like something off of that one, too. A lot of movement. And a called strike, so a 1-2 count to Lipkins.
Yeah, that one looked like it just dropped off the table, Glenn. That thing looked like it was coming in about waist level. Then at the last minute, dropped down to the knees.
You're right. When she gets so many different pitches in for strikes, you're just guessing up there at the plate.
Yeah.
Walter on the mound. Her 1-2 offering to Lipkins. And that's a ball. So a 2-2 count. And as we said, these two teams are ranked second and third in our top 10. And Smyrna will play the number 1 ranked team Saturday up in Midway against DMA.
That's going to be a good one. Once again. That's the one thing, about these programs is they don't back down from the challenge.
Ball is put in play. High pop-up going out to shallow center, and it's caught. Breaks up the strikeout streak, but 2 consecutive 1-2-3 innings for pitcher Walter for the Caravel Buccaneers. So Smyrna couldn't get a base runner here in the top of the third. They're still scoreless, trailing 1-0. As we keep it right here, Glenn Fraser alongside Pat Gary Antes and Mr. Lang over there on the camera. And then somewhere around the stadium is our still photographer, Nick Halliday.
Yeah, he's roaming around looking for the perfect shot for sure. He gets it done. Let's see here, Glenn. We got some scheduling. Talk about some updates here. Now this baseball, the St. Mark's and Sally's, that got canceled, right? So that's now Saturday. Friday, we got boys lacrosse action will be coming at you. 6 p.m. or 7 p.m. start. Apologies. Salesianum taking on Caesar Rodney at Abyssinia Stadium. That'll be right here on Delaware Live Sports. That's a classic battle right there between two top titans in lacrosse. And then Monday, another lacrosse matchup. It'll be Cape Henlopen visiting Salesianum. Once again, 7 o'clock start for that one. So two big-time lacrosse matchups coming up in the coming days right here on Delaware Live Sports.
Wow.
And we're still trying to figure out Saturday schedule. Mike Lang just told me. So we're still trying to put all that stuff together as well.
Right, because we mentioned the Smyrna DMA softball game, which tentatively we were going to do that one too up in Midway. So got a lot of big matchups coming up in different sports.
Yeah, for sure.
Ready to go here in the bottom of the third with Caravel on top 1-0. And we're back to the top of the order for the Buccaneers. Kendall Brown, who scored the only run of the game. Got on with a walk, stole second, and advanced to third and home on pass balls. Fly ball, fouling out of play. Down the right field side.
Again, late swing. Good contact, but late swing on Peyton Dixon here. As she continues to bring it here. Right now she's in a tough spot. She's pitching well, but right now she's down 1-0. The focus has got to stay there for Dixon.
That one high for a ball, too.
Can't get discouraged. You still got half a ball game left in this one.
Well, definitely. Dixon has to do what she can to keep this at a one-run game and just hope the offense can put something on the board for the Eagles. That pitch looks to be right down the middle, and it is a called strike, 2-2 count.
That's just free and easy, Glenn. I mean, that just looked free and easy coming out of the hand. And, again, extremely impressive Dixon is. Velocity, movement, control. She's got everything.
There's a ball, so that runs the count full on Brown, the leadoff hitters, and who walked her first at bat on a full count as well.
Yeah, and then she made things happen, right? Stole second base and then advanced to third and home on passed balls.
Dixon's full count offering. Ground ball right at the second baseman who comes up with it, and that's a quick out. So that goes Duca over to McCutcheon.
Yeah, good job there by Duca staying down on that ball, and making the routine play there. Good job by Dixon battling back, not allowing the free pass. As you said, I mean, Brown, she made things happen on the base pass the first time, so that's an important out right there.
And Caravel playing a little small ball in that bottom half of the first, but here's the opposite of that. Here's Diomede, who took Dixon deep the first time up to center field. This time fouls one down the left field side.
That's a good point, Glenn. And as we said, I mean, if Diomede hit that ball that she hit in the first, right now or even in the second inning, that probably carries over the center field fence. But the wind was blowing in that first inning, and what typically is a home run here was a warning track power shot.
Yeah, we look over at the flag right now, and it's just almost totally limp.
Yeah.
One strike pitch from Dixon to Diomede. Called strike in the inside part of the plate.
That was a great location there by Dixon. Hitting her spot. There's not much you can do with that pitch at that location.
0-2 to Diomede. She's the shortstop for the Bucks. Dixon's pitch took something off. Took something way off.
Yeah. I mean, you can see Diomede was all the way opened up. Everything swung except for the bat on that pitch.
Ball and 2 strikes on Diomede.
once again, Dixon on that changeup, unable to throw it in the strike zone. If she's able to do that, that would be a difference maker.
There's another foul ball down the left field side and out of play. So the count remains 1-2. Walsh is on deck. Yeah, right now you have to think, if you take the comparison of these two pitchers, Walter is just overpowering right now with all those strikeouts. She has 7 of them. Dixon has 2 strikeouts. And that one's low for ball 2.
Yeah, Dixon's getting the variable in terms of outs, right? Balls are going in play. She's also getting the strikeout occasionally here and there. Where, as you said, I mean, Walter has just been dominant through 3.
We're in the bottom of the third here at Caravel. There's a ball in play, second base, over to first, and the second out of the inning. Once again, it goes Duca over to McCutcheon. Yeah,
good job there. I mean, right here, you're starting to see Dixon just. I'm putting it in the strike zone, and if you guys hit it, you guys hit it, and relying on her defense. And that's a really good job there by a pitcher who can do both. Right, we talked about it in the pregame. She can strike out 11, 12, 13, 16 batters in a game. Sometimes it just doesn't work out in the game plan here. She's being efficient in this inning.
There's a strike to start off Walsh. Michaela Walsh, the second baseman, who struck out her first time up. Smyrna comes in ranked number 2 in the state, and Caravel ranked number 3. Right now, number 3 has the lead. That ball a little outside, 1-1. And Peyton opened up the season with a 3-hitter. It struck out 10 against Sussex Central, but her counterpart for the Golden Knights with 20 Ks in that game.
If I'm not mistaken.
And I think she was a freshman for Sussex Central. I just can't come up with her name right now off the top of my head.
Yeah, that's impressive. Glenn, I don't know if you know. I heard this earlier. Division I college. I can't remember the school. I want to say it was North Texas, but I'm not sure. Pitcher threw 7-inning. Perfect game, 21 strikeouts.
Oh, wow. Talk about overpowering.
Yeah. That's insanity.
Walsh fouled that one down the third base side. So it's a 2-2 count, 2 outs, nobody on here in the bottom of the third. That ball in play right to the shortstop for Smyrna. That's Maxton over to first and McCutcheon in a 1-2-3 inning. All ground balls to the infield for the Smyrna Eagles. Let's take a timeout and step aside. You're tuning into the live stream here at Delaware Live, powered by 302 Sports.
Paint Doctor, making house calls for your sick walls. Richard C. Edwards Jr., the owner of Paint Doctor, started it all in 2002. Paint Doctor prides itself on its personal yet professional approach to working with customers and holds itself to the highest standards with all projects. The Paint Doctor staff follows one main objective when performing our services. Customers and their homes are treated with the utmost respect. Our workmanship and quality of personnel is demanded at every step of the project. We treat your home as we would expect someone to treat ours. Preparation before painting is paramount. Just open the door and we will handle the rest. Paint Doctor also believes in a strong community involvement as well by supporting several local sporting teams, leagues, and schools. Paint Doctor services include interior and exterior painting as well as carpentry. Please visit our website at paintdoctorpainting.com for information or coupons to help with your next job. Paint Doctor.
Improvements. Your family's comfort and safety is always our top priority.
If you call us for your roofing, windows and doors, siding, decks, kitchen, and bathroom needs, you can expect health screen craftsmen who wear gloves and face masks and follow minimum 6-foot distancing, virtual conferences to discuss project details, job quotes delivered electronically or brought to your door for your review and approval, and our showrooms in Newark and Rehoboth Beach remain open for limited appointments.
We're here together.
Operating with precautions.
To protect our staff.
And our customers.
Welcome back as we enter the 4th inning here at Caravel Academy in tonight's softball game between the Bucks and the Smyrna Eagles. I'm Glenn Fraser alongside Pat Gariantes, Mike Lang on camera. And we've got a pitcher's duel as we expected. Both pitchers throw a 1-hitter at this point, and the only run in the game was because of a walk, a stolen base, and either pass balls or wild pitches, whatever you want to
yeah.
call them. But a little small ball by Caravel as their leadoff batter, Kendall Brown, has scored the only run of the game.
Yeah, and, Glenn, as we expected, right, 2 versus 3, both teams undefeated. We expected a tight matchup like this. You said 2019 state championship rematch. That was only 1-0.
Right.
And both pitchers getting it done in 2 different ways. Walter's been overpowering with the 7 Ks, and then Dixon's been getting it done, letting her defense mix in some plays. That whole entire, bottom half of the 3rd inning were ground outs.
Yep. All right, leading off the top of the 4th for the Eagles is Shirey, and she puts the ball in play right side of the infield, and the second baseman for Caravel running in, catching the pop-up was Walsh.
1 pitch, 1 out. You got to love that if you're Caravel.
And Shirey had the only hit in the game for Smyrna.
Maybe this is a strategy change up here from Smyrna. Let's see if that continues or if it was just Shirey taking an aggressive approach. But maybe that's what you need to do against Walter.
Well, she swung at the first pitch, She swung at the first pitch back in the 1st inning and got that single. Now here's Peyton Dixon, first pitch swinging, and the first baseman drops the ball for a moment, but still has time to pick it up and make the put out unassisted, and that's Brooke Holdsworth.
There it is, another first pitch swing. So we'll see. That's the heart of your order going,
right?
With first pitch swings. But let's see if Smyrna does, change their approach here as we enter the 4th inning. But at 2 pitches, 2 outs is Jess Walter's got to love life when it comes to that.
Well, that brings up Michaela Brantley, the center fielder. She flied out to right field her first time up. 2 pitches and 2 outs for Walter here in the top of the 4th. Low for ball 1.
You got to make you can't throw a 3-pitch inning out there. You got it. That's a take 100%. I feel like.
I can't imagine that happens too often.
No.
Walter on the mound. Change up, swing and a miss.
That was a pretty one too.
Well, just kudos right now to the bench. It's got to be head coach, I guess, Randy Johnson, that's calling these pitches.
Yeah,
they are mixing it up here perfectly.
Yeah, they got Smyrna off balance, and when Walter's got all of her pitches working and she can throw them in the strike zone, that frees you up as a pitch caller, no doubt about it.
In play down the left field side. 3rd base side, and that's foul. Second strike against Brantley, 1-2 count. It's one thing, you're the coach and you call the pitch. It's another thing, you got to have the pitcher execute and give Walter credit. She has just done a fantastic job so far.
Yeah, she's locked in, Glenn. There's no doubt about that. It's been extremely impressive. Aside from the hit in the 1st inning, she's been unbelievable since.
Brantley, boy, she pulls that one. She got out in front of it and fouled it down the right field line.
Yeah, that was that changeup again. She was a little too far out in front of that.
We're in the top of the 4th. 2 outs, nobody on for Smyrna, and a ball and 2 strikes on Brantley. Walter gets on the rubber, and she's ready to deliver the 1-2 pitch. And now, looks like she stepped back for a moment, just want to recheck that call from the bench. There's a swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. 3.5 in the books as we keep it right here with the score remaining 1-0 in favor of Caravel. Strikeout number 8 for Jess Walter.
Yeah, the dominance continues from Walter. The 2 pitches, 2 outs, and then to come back with the strikeout. It's just been extremely impressive watching her, in the circle today or tonight. Smyrna's just, they don't know what to expect right now. They're getting it from all angles from Jess Walter. And, the pressure begins to mount as we enter the latter of this game, the latter half of this game.
Right. Bottom of the 4th coming up, and it'll be the heart of the order for Caravel. the catcher, Guerreri, third baseman, Moxley, and the first baseman, Holdsworth. And Holdsworth has the only hit for the Bucks. She has that double that she hit almost right out here to our press level.
Yeah. Yeah. It was a one-hopper off the fence.
Yeah, she really rocketed that shot. Had a couple of long drives tonight off the bat of the Caravel Bucks. That one dropped in for the double. Got to the fence real quick. And, of course, the other one back in the first inning by Diomede was caught by Smyrna center fielder Brantley.
Yeah, let's see what Caravel wants to do. Obviously, they're going to want to put an insurance run on here. Easier said than done against Peyton Dixon, but it'll be interesting to see what the approach, if it shifts at all as we enter the bottom of the fourth here. If they, get aggressive or they continue kind of their balanced approach. Looked like they called that one a strike.
Called strike. Looked a little low from out here, but again, we're way out here. Mia Guerreri, the catcher's up. Dixon has retired 6 in a row since that double by Holdsworth.
Yeah, and you know what? She's settled in. Since the leadoff walk, and then the two pitches that as we said, whether it pass ball, wild pitch,
right,
however you want to define it, those are really. I think there was only one other pitch since then that has gotten by the catcher. I mean, she has really found her command in this game.
That one's high for a ball. 2-1 count to Guerreri, who walked her first time up on a full count.
Hopefully I didn't give her the broadcaster's jinx right
It
there.
happens, I got to tell you. Matter of fact, the previous 2 walks allowed by Dixon were both on full counts. And now she goes to 3-1 on Guerreri.
Just a good job by Guerreri, right? And typically she's a middle-of-the-order hitter, but she's leading this one off. The approach is to see pitches and get on base any way that she can. And, she's done a good job here. Stay patient.
That one's low for ball 4.
It's a great job there by Guerreri getting the leadoff walk. Got her job done. I mean, that was her job. Get on base.
So for the third time in 4 innings tonight, Caravel has its leadoff batter on base. Did it in the first inning, scored the run, did it with a double.
Yeah.
So that brings up Moxley. She grounded out short to first, her first time up.
Corners are drawn in here, Glenn. Let's see what Moxley does with her approach here. If they do the get him over, get him in type of deal, or get her over, get her in. If they look to advance her, or if they're letting her hit away.
Showing bunt. There's a good one. She really did in that one. The pitcher covering over to first. They get the out, but they advance the runner down to second. As we have Katrina Baran, a freshman, who was running for the catcher, Guerreri.
Good execution right there. Getting that bunt down by Moxley. She did her job, right? You got her over, and now you allow the heart of your order to try and knock her in to get an insurance run here.
Right, and here's Holdsworth, who doubled. That one a little high in the zone for a ball.
Just really good execution by Caravel on that bunt.
Again, let's see if they can take advantage here.
Dixon's got to be careful here.
And a good pitch down low in the zone and on the outside part of the plate. 1-1 count.
She looks to be attacking the outside part of the plate in this at bat.
Got another one out there. Maybe a little too far out. 2-1 count. Good matchup early in the season in high school softball here. Of course, it'll all count so much more late in May when you have the state tournament. Outside part of the plate. Again, now the count runs to 3-1. You know, with a dangerous hitter like Holdsworth, it's probably a good idea to just, if you walk her, you walk her.
That's what I'm wondering too, Glenn. If this is the intentional walk, so to speak, it's if she gets herself out, that's
right.
Fine.
Yeah, don't groove anything.
Right.
And there it is, outside for ball 4. So now the force is set up. As we have one out, and that brings up the designated hitter, Haley Greco, or they call it the designated player.
Big spot here for the freshman. Got a chance to extend the lead for her team, in which is, going to be a low-scoring contest as we anticipated. Every run counts.
She went out unassisted to McCutcheon, the first baseman, her first time up. And she takes a strike.
She found the black on the outside corner there. I mean, it's very clear, at least from our perspective out here, that Dixon's trying to attack the outside part of that plate right now.
Pressure point of the game right now for Dixon, first and second and one out.
Ooh.
And they steal.
They got her.
Ooh.
They called her out.
Nice tag. I was blocked out by the infield umpire. I couldn't really see that.
What I'll say is it looked as though the runner beat the throw, but that was a good tag. That was the left fielder running all the way in to cover the base on that one.
Wow. So that's the second out of the inning.
Runner did advance the second, Glenn, so still a runner in scoring position here.
Right. So that's Holdsworth down at second. 2 outs now and a foul away. So a 1-2 count to Greco. That's a big out.
It's a huge out. And right now, I mean, you're Peyton Dixon. You just got to execute here against the freshman hitter. Get your team back in the dugout.
Dixon on the rubber. Changed up and got her to go for a strikeout and a big spot for that one. 4 innings in the books here at Caravel Academy. It's still 1-0 Caravel over Smyrna, and we will return right after this.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Sotho Concepts. Sotho Concepts is an award-winning restaurant group with 12 locations in beautiful coastal Delaware. Come check us out. At Sotho Concepts, we believe in cooking beautiful, simple food, developing the people we work with, and making the world a better place. Come visit us this fall for our great off-season specials, like half-price entree night and crab cake night. With 12 locations on the culinary coast from Lewis, Delaware to Fenwick Island, we have something for everyone. See you soon.
Residential HVAC installations, maintenance, and repairs in new and older homes in the Delaware, Maryland, Pennsylvania tri-state area. You may not realize it, but half of your energy costs go to heating and cooling. Make sure your energy dollars count and call us today for a free estimate. 302-239-HVAC. 302-239-4822. Get the assurance that your HVAC system is what you need with Ambience. Ambience provides you with over 25 years of experience in the heating, cooling, and plumbing industry. The team at Ambience Heating and Air Conditioning provides high-quality residential HVAC installations, maintenance, and repairs in new and older homes in the Delaware, Maryland, Pennsylvania tri-state area. You may not realize it, but half of your energy costs go to heating and cooling. Make sure your energy dollars count and call us today for a free estimate. 302-239-HVAC. 302-239-4822. Get the assurance that your HVAC system is what you need with Ambience. Ambience provides you with over 25 years of experience in the heating, cooling, and plumbing industry. The team at Ambience Heating and Air Conditioning provides high-quality residential HVAC installations, maintenance, and repairs in new and older homes in the Delaware, Maryland, Pennsylvania tri-state area. You may not realize it, but half of your energy costs go to heating and cooling. Make sure your energy dollars count and call us today for a free estimate. 302-239-HVAC. 302-239-4822. Get the assurance that
Well, here we go as we move to the top of the 5th inning. Caravel on top of Smyrna 1-0. The Bucks scored that run way back in the first when leadoff runner walked Brown, stole second, and advanced to second and scored on a pass ball / wild pitch. We're not sure what the official scoring was on it, and we're way out here about 250 feet away from home plate, so...
They're always tough ones to score, Glenn. You can't really tell. I don't know how much that ball's moving. You don't know where exactly it was located.
There's a bunt attempt, and it's fouled for a strike against the designated hitter, Kirsten Johnson of Smyrna. I always use fact from my support crew here. So cameraman Nick Halliday said, I'm 250 feet away. I'm going with it.
It's tremendous. Tell you what, here, Smyrna got to try and get a runner on any way they can, and you can see it here, Glenn. They tried to bunt their way on there. Surprised the Caravel defense.
Yeah, they've moved up now. Johnson again out in front of that one and fouls it away, so an 0-2 count. Both pitchers throwing a one-hitter tonight.
Yeah. They've been good, Glenn. And as we mentioned earlier, I mean, they're getting it done in different ways. Walter, the true power approach. Payne Dixon, kind of finesse pitching a little bit. She's gotten her strikeouts, but she's allowed her defense to make plays for her tonight when needed.
That pitch is in the dirt. 1-2 to Johnson. Doesn't it seem like in any kind of sporting event you have to have a Johnson on the team, right?
This is true. Yeah.
To be successful, you have to have a Johnson.
Yeah, Johnson or a Smith. Yeah.
1-2 count. Walter's delivery. Outside. And maybe a little bit high. 2-2 count. Johnson will be followed by Sheridan Price, the left fielder.
It's a big opportunity here for Smyrna if they can get this leadoff batter on. But like we said, with 2 strikes, Jess Walter has been magnificent getting the out pitch that she wants.
And she has made contact with the rubber, is ready. And that pitch is fouled back. Count remains 2-2 on Johnson, the designated hitter.
She's doing a good. I mean, Johnson's doing a good job. I mean, she's seeing that ball come in. She's not even giving a full swing. She's
right.
like, I'm just trying to meet the ball with the bat right now, and stay alive.
It's the little slap swing.
Yeah.
You're right. She's fouling off anything close, looking for something right down her alley. Walter's ready. And that one's on the left side and again fouled out of play. So the little chess match continues between Walter and Johnson.
Keep an eye out for that change up here, Glenn. You know, I mean.
You're right.
Yeah,
that'd be a good spot for her.
It'd be a good spot. I mean, you're seeing her spoil some fastballs. She's, you know, I mean, obviously the slap hitters are running up to the top of the box. So you drop that thing off the table, get her to commit on a swing here. This could be a good spot for it. Let's see.
All right, Coach. Let's see if Coach Johnson agrees. And she did. And she was way out in front of it. There's one for you, buddy. The Swami on the call.
That's it. That's my crowning moment. We're going to have to clip the tape. Clip the tape, put it in the Hall of Fame. The 302 Hall of Fame right there.
That's the 9th strikeout of the game for Jess Walter. And now she faces left fielder Sheridan Price, who struck out her first time up.
I mean, it's just the continuation, you know, Glenn, as we said, the dominance on the mound and also
there's a bunt attempt, and it's going to go foul. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, they snuck that one in on us, no doubt. But the domination on the mound, and then also just whoever's calling pitches for Caravel is really, really executing a wonderful game plan in this one.
Yeah, they know just when to mix in the off-speed stuff. And again, Smyrna trying to bunt, get somebody on base, make something happen. So 0-1 to Sheridan Price. Another bunt attempt. That one's dead nicely. The catcher hustling out of there, but the throw goes into right field.
Is that interference?
And now the runner's going to try to take second. She slides in safe as the throw gets away from the fielder covering second, who was the shortstop. So Smyrna does get a runner on a nice bunt. And I don't know whether we give that a hit or we give that. It's almost like the base runner blocked the view of the ball coming down the line from catcher to first base.
Yeah, I'm gonna give him a hit, just because I'm feeling generous today, Glenn. But yeah, I mean that first of all, beautiful execution. I mean, she deadened that bunt beautifully, and you're right. She made that throw hard for the catcher.
Yeah.
The first baseman was fielding it in fair territory.
Right.
Ball was up the line, fair side, and luckily that I thought there was going to be interference at some point on that play. Not intentionally,
Right,
but I mean, but nothing was called there. And she was lucky to get to second base.
Really?
She really was.
Because the throw was beating her there.
Yeah. Biscuits came up firing. And she was that was a really good throw.
And Guerreri really jumped out from behind the plate and grabbed that in plenty of time to make the throw to first to get the out. But again, I just think the angles weren't good for Caravel.
Yeah, the angle definitely. And I mean, much like a break for Caravel in the top of the inning, right? To get a walk, to get a runner into second base via the steal, and then obviously the advances that happen after that. Maybe this is the break that Smyrna needed, right? They were able to make something out of nothing, get a runner in scoring position, see if they can execute.
Well, now Coach Johnson is walking out and discussing this with the base umpire. He got permission from the home plate umpire to do so.
I think, Glenn, you talked about how she almost shielded the throw.
Right.
I think he may be wondering if she was in fair territory, because I don't know if you're allowed to do that or not. I think you can, and if you get hit with the ball, you would be out, right? Technically, or no? I'd have to look up the rule book on that.
And we might have to go back and look at the tape. I don't know whether she was coming right down the line,
right,
or she was in fair territory coming down the line. All I know is the angle that Guerrero threw it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the base runner, who was Price, shielded the first baseman.
Yeah, from seeing it. No doubt about it.
Yeah, and I think she probably just lost sight of the ball because it just went right out into right field.
Well, the umpires they look like they got together, and now they're explaining, what the discussion's about to Coach Shirey. So
she seems to be okay with what's being discussed so far.
It's a turning point right here, Glenn.
Oh, it did.
Depending on which way this call goes.
And again, when you get a battle between number 2 and number 3, two good pitchers, good programs, just little plays here and there make the difference. Like that throw out on the attempted steal last inning when Caravel had the base runner thrown out at third. Big play in the game.
This is quite a discussion they're having.
Yeah, this is taking quite a while.
It's one of those where you need to be up on your rule book, because who knows what Coach asked for here.
Well, these are two veteran coaches, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Randy Johnson's been at Caravel a little bit longer. I believe his first season was 2008.
Mm-hmm.
But Shirey, along with her father, the late manager Shaner, they've been together coaching Smyrna for 15 years.
So whatever Caravel asked for, whatever Coach Johnson requested, umpires, they said, sorry, nothing we can do for you. Runner safe at second.
All right, so one out. Price is at second base, and Carly Maxton, the shortstop, is up. She struck out her first time up. And this will be interesting to see with Smyrna if they have anything on here.
Yeah, this is another tough call here, Glenn. Now, I mean, you got to be a little bit confident to put a bunt down based off how Caravel fielded the last one. But with one out already here, do you want to make the second out on a bunt play to first base here?
It's a hard bunt, and it's foul ball.
I like that. Put the wheels in motion, Glenn. Make the defense make a play.
Exactly. Good call. It's a real hard bunt, as opposed to the one that Price laid down where she really deadened it at the plate.
Yeah.
Forcing third base to come in and make the play. 0-1 count on Carly Maxton. Price is at second. Now they attempt to bunt it down the first base side, and that goes foul. So now Maxton in the hole, 0-2.
It's tough, man. It's tough to bunt a pitch that's in there moving like that.
Yeah, Walter's not going to make it easy.
Defense bearing down on you.
Now here's a 1-2 count. Or excuse me, 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Big strikeout for Caravel and Walter, her 10th of the game.
Again, had the two strikes on the batter and was able to shut the door on another at bat. She's been very good when she gets batters into 2 strike counts.
And that brings up, no, it's not Haley McCutcheon. It looks like Kendall Wiley is going to bat here.
Looks like a time called here by Coach Johnson, so discussion in the circle.
Yeah, this is a big part of the game.
Yeah.
Because we're in the latter innings here in the top of the 5th. And this has been Smyrna's best scoring opportunity.
Yeah, this is execution. And you know what? This is good by Coach Johnson, right? Make sure you got your rotations down just in case something happens here. Obviously you picked up a big second out, but you got to keep your focus here. You don't want to give up the tying run because you're like, okay, we got 2 outs. We can kind of play back on our heels a little bit. Can't be comfortable. Make sure you got everything ready to go and execute with this batter.
I wouldn't be surprised to see another bunt attempt here and force the defense into making a play.
Yeah, no, it wouldn't surprise me either.
So we don't have number 22 McCutcheon up to the plate. We have number 21 Kendall Wiley.
Freshman for freshman here.
Swinging away.
That was a power stroke, too. That wasn't I'm looking for a single. That was I'm looking to drive the ball.
Walter ahead in the count. Price is at second base. Smyrna has yet to get a runner to third. Oh, 1 pitch from Walter. Now it's fouled away.
Whew, that was straight back. I can't tell if that got the catcher or the umpire, but that went off somebody's mask.
And straight up and over the backstop.
Yeah, that ball was grooving. Everyone looks to be okay, though.
So an 0-2 count for Walter. She just got a big strikeout.
Yeah, and we'll see, Glenn. I mean, like I said, she's been textbook, just clinical when she gets batters in 2 strike counts.
What do you think, Coach? Another change up here?
I think she stays with the fastball. She hasn't proven to be on this one yet. But there's a reason I'm out here in right field and not in the dugout.
Yep, fouled away a fastball. Count remains 0-2.
Now that swing right there would make me be like, okay, maybe I think about an off-speed pitch.
And she's fouled off 2 consecutive pitches.
Mm-hmm.
You got to be so disciplined at the plate right now.
Yeah. Maybe you do see the changeup or something off-speed here, Glenn.
All right, Walter's ready.
Nope.
Fouled away again.
She's right on it. She's setting it up, though, I think. She may be setting it up.
Might go pitcher 2 past what we expected.
Mm-hmm.
But the count remains 0-2 to Kendall Wiley, the freshman. We're in the top of the 5th. Caravel scored a run in the first inning, and that's been it.
Yeah, it's lived up to expectations, this pitcher's duel.
Walter ready with the 0-2 delivery. Called, third strike. And Caravel averts the Smyrna threat here in the top of the 5th. It remains 1-0 as we keep it right here. And again, maybe, Pat, you want to take a mention as to what we tentatively have coming up the rest of the week on Delaware Live, powered by 302 Sports.
Yeah, you had mentioned Saturday's matchup there between DMA and is Caravel, correct?
No, Smyrna.
Smyrna. Yeah, that's going to be one for us to take a look at. Is that a noon first pitch or 1 p.m.?
I think it's 1 o'clock, yeah.
1 p.m. first pitch.
At Midway.
At Midway. Definitely tune in for that one, folks. That's going to be one heck of a matchup, no doubt about it. And then Caesar, yeah, as we mentioned, Caesar Rodney and Sally's on Friday night, 7 p.m. Then on Monday, it'll be Cape at Sally's. Again, 7 p.m. start. And then a couple other tentative opportunities down the line, both lacrosse, girls soccer, which would be Ursuline versus Padua. It would be at Abyssinia, 6 p.m. Wednesday, April 21st. And then a couple baseball games potentially on the docket next Thursday at Frawley Stadium. So keep an eye out. We'll definitely confirm these tentative, games here in the upcoming days. And, this is the place to catch all the top Delaware high school sports right here on Delaware Live.
And we've got a good one here tonight. A 1-0 ball game here between number 2 and number 3 in the state. And we go to the bottom of the 5th. Leading off, Layla Rock, the left fielder for Caravel. She grounded out pitcher to first base, her only time up to the bat.
Yeah, and Caravel's got to come to the dish here with some confidence. That was an opportunity there for Smyrna, getting a runner into scoring position, less than 2 outs, and your ace Jess Walter just shut the door on them with back-to-back strikeouts. So maybe that takes a little bit of the pressure off of you when you come to the plate here. Again, not an easy task going against Peyton Dixon, but we'll see what Caravel can do here.
First pitch to Rock is low and outside for a ball.
Another thing to keep in mind is, it is starting to get a little bit chilly.
Mm-hmm.
Peyton Dixon was in the dugout for a while there with the delay, right? They challenged the call, so to speak,
right,
and a couple mound visits. So let's see if she's sharp coming out of the gate.
Rock fouls that one off. Ball and a strike. De Benedictus is on deck, or as the PA announcer called her in the opening ceremony, biscuits.
It's tremendous.
And we've gone with it.
Yeah, why not? I mean, we'll have to check with her maybe, make sure that that's okay for future broadcasts.
I'm sure we'll see Caravel again. There's a shot out here towards right field, and it goes foul. That one just slicing away from the line.
It looked like it was trying to stay fair. It looked like it was trying to. That's tough, man. That's tough to keep that thing straight when you're pushing it the other way.
Good job by the batter, Rock, to go with the pitch. Taking the outside pitch to the opposite field. Ball and 2 strikes on her. Now Dixon. Ground ball. Foul ball down the third base side.
Yeah, she jammed her on that one. Dixon's done a good job here, Glenn. I mean, the run early in this game, but to keep her team in it. She's been very, very good the last few innings, keeping Caravel off the scoreboard.
And there she took something off. That's going to be foul down the line. Layla Rock is just putting the ball all over the place. Third base line, first base line.
Yeah, she's done a good job. Again, I mean, the more pitches you spoil, especially pitchers' pitches, the better opportunity you get to keep this back going and maybe get one that you can do some damage with.
Swing and a miss. Outside part of the plate. Strikeout.
Yeah, good luck on that one. I mean, that was just a really good executed pitch by Dixon. Ball looked like it just ran away from the batter. Tough to do anything with that one.
4th strikeout of the night for Peyton Dixon. And that brings up biscuits. Danny De Benedictus, the right fielder. Danny struck out her first time up. Fouls off the first offering.
It's a good cut there by De Benedictus.
I'm Facebook friends with Danny's mom, so I'll hear it if the biscuit things is out of whack.
If it gets nixed for the next broadcast?
Yes. Lois Ann, you're probably here tonight, so if you're watching this on replay. That was right down the middle for a strike. 0-2 count. Second batter for Caravel here in the bottom half of the 5th. Kendall Brown, the leadoff batter on deck, scored the only run of the game. A little high in the zone. Not a bad location with a 0-2 count.
Yeah, that's the waste pitch, so to speak.
Looked like Peyton had the rise ball going there on that one.
Yeah.
Started at the waist, started at the shoulders, finished at the shoulders. Foul down the right field side, across the batting cage and out of play. Remains 1-2.
Looked like DeBenedictis barreled that one up. Was just a little bit late on it, though. That ball was driven pretty good.
As mentioned at the top of the broadcast, she has some power.
Yeah, yeah.
Now she's set in the box. And Dixon ready to offer. Another foul. Backing out of play, first base side.
You know, these Caravel batters, they have battled Peyton Dixon, you know, throughout this game. I mean, that there hasn't been as many swing and misses in these kind of opportunities like you're seeing on the other end. They're spoiling some pitches, fouling some off. Peyton Dixon has won the battles for the overwhelming majority of these, but they're making her work.
DeBenedictis calls time and steps out.
Looks like the fielders are pretty evenly set up.
This one out towards right field, and it's going to fall. No, it's foul. Another one that just tailed away from the line.
Yeah, it wasn't much there, Glenn. That may have been only a foot, or maybe even less than that. That was a tough call. Umpire was in good position, though.
Yep. The lines here, Caravel, not painted all the way down.
No, yeah, I noticed that.
They end in the infield, so you just got to eye it up, line it up, make the right call, and they did so. So Danny has fouled off, I believe, 3 or 4 here in a row. Count remains 1-2. One out here in the bottom of the 5th in a 1-0 ball game. There's a shot right to the second baseman. She gets it on 2 hops and throws over to first for the second out of the inning.
Yeah, that was a tough hop there for Duca, but she stayed down on it, used her body to shield that one off, and made the play for the second out. Nice job there.
Duca's had some action tonight.
She has. That was the 3rd or 4th play, man, that's been hit at her, and they haven't been soft ones. They haven't been soft grounders.
Brings up leadoff batter Kendall Brown. She's 0 for 1 in the game. Walked and scored the game's only run, has a stolen base, and she grounded out to Duca. And that's a softly hit ball that goes foul out in front of the plate.
It had a lot of top spin on it. That thing landed in fair territory, bounced right back to the plate.
That usually happens when you get a knuckler.
Yeah.
Peyton, what do you have in your arsenal? Checks her arm for the call and the pitch, and that one's low and outside. 1-1 to Brown. Yeah, Caravel trying to exact a little bit of revenge for the last state championship in 2019 when they lost to Smyrna 1-0. Called strike.
It's a good spot right there. Good location for Dixon.
A ball and 2 strikes on Kendall Brown. Dixon trying to get out of the inning right here and send things to the 6th, with Smyrna being down just 1 run. And Smyrna will be at the top of their order in the 6th. Took something off there. Low and out of the zone, 2-2 count to Brown. Now Brown has worked a full count both times up to bat.
Doing what leadoff hitters are supposed to do, Glenn.
Yep, they're up there for a reason. Ground ball, shortstop, comes up to the middle, bounces one over to first, but a good catch by McCutcheon.
Wow.
And that is the final out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We're through 5. We're headed to the 6th. Come back and join us for the 6th inning on Delaware Live, powered by 302 Sports.
High Five Hospitality was founded in 2004 when 3 guys teamed up to introduce the Buffalo Wild Wings franchise concept to Delaware. They now operate 8 Buffalo Wild Wings, 6 locations throughout Delaware, and 2 locations in Maryland. B-Dubs has weekly and game day specials on their delicious food and beverages. Stop in one of their convenient locations today. The Stone Balloon Ale House features a unique blend of crafted food and an array of spirits, all flavored with a dash of nostalgia. Our culinary mantra is comfort food playfully reimagined, and we prepare seasonal favorites that strive to please the palate and resurface a memory. Limestone Barbecue, from our mouth-watering Texas-style brisket, fall-off-the-bone chicken, and St. Louis ribs. Southern-style sides, mac and cheese, baked beans, cornbread, sweet tea, and our homemade pickles. Be prepared as your bread will be your napkin. Yup, we are that kind of barbecue. Expectation. You'll have a tough time choosing between our exclusive dishes to help get you through the day. French toast, French crepes, Belgian waffles, and of course, our famous Eggs Benedict. High Five Hospitality's mission is to operate 5 brands that serve high-quality products with exceptional hospitality.
So call 302-563-5599 or visit bryans.loans.com when you are ready to get started on your road to homeownership. Whether you're planning to buy a home in 3 months, 6 months, or even a year, let me walk you through the process from start to finish and get your questions answered. I'm a DHSA lender with down payment assistance programs or grant money. I can help those with less than perfect credit or those working on their credit. I'm also a local and always have been. So call 302-563-5599 or visit bryans.loans.com.
Welcome back to our live stream. I'm Glenn Frazier, joined by Pat Gariantes to my right, and further to my right is our cameraman for tonight, Mike Lang. Nick Halliday doing some still shots for us. He's roaming around the stadium here at Caravel Academy as we are in the top of the 6th, and Smyrna has the top of the order. Gianna Duca, the second baseman, 0 for 2 tonight. Takes low for a ball.
This is a big spot here for Smyrna. I mean, step one is you got to get somebody on base. So that's going to be Duca's job, starting off, getting ahead in the count. And, I mean, if you're Jess Walter, it's not broke, so there's nothing to try and fix here. Just continue to pound the zone like she has.
A bunt attempt is fouled back for a strike, 1-1. Duca has struck out both times against Walter tonight. Third time through the lineup for Jess Walter, who has 10 Ks in the game.
Yeah, she's been electric tonight. There's no other way to describe the performance that she's put out here.
Struck out the side back in the second inning. And DeLuca offers it that, fouls it straight back, so a ball and 2 strikes on the leadoff hitter, Gianna Duca. As Smyrna starting to run out of innings.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this is very similar to the state championship game in 2019. Smyrna got an early run, and then it stayed that way the rest of the game and ended up 1-0. Caravel gets an early run tonight, and that's pretty much been it.
Yeah. I mean, these pitchers have both just gotten the job done. And as you mentioned, I mean, Caravel was able to make something happen on the base paths in that first inning, and other than that, it's been few and far between in regard to opportunities for these two offenses.
2-2 count to Duca. Fouls it off. Third base side, count remains 2-2. Duca came into the ballgame tonight hitting .529. That's what you like out of that leadoff hitter.
Absolutely.
But she's 0 for 2 in this game here tonight.
I'm going to drop the average to close to 500, Glenn. That's it's never good to see.
I'll take 500.
Yeah.
Puts it in play. Third base side. Soft slap. Play at the first. Safe.
Wow. Speed kills.
Infield single for Duca. And Smyrna has its leadoff runner on here in the top of the 6th for Taylor Lipkins, who is 0 for 2 in the game. Flied out to center and struck out.
So there's step one, Glenn. You got the leadoff runner on.
Mm-hmm.
You saw the speed right there from Duca. See if they get the wheels in motion. See if Lipkin sacrifices. I mean, there's a lot of things that can, that Smyrna can do now. The main goal right now is to get Duca into scoring position.
Right. Guerrieri has a pretty good arm to catch her. I think they said did she offer it at the bunt attempt, missed it, so it's a strike. Oh, 0-1 to Lipkins. Duca at first base. Top of the 6th and a 1-0 Caravel lead. There's the bunt. Third base side. They got to go to first base.
Oh.
And I don't think they got her. No, she's safe.
There
Great speed out of Lipkins.
There was a hesitation there. I think for a split second, third baseman was thinking about, do I go to second? And that's all it took was that little split second of hesitation. And Lipkins was hustling down the line.
So consecutive infield singles by Smyrna, one a bunt. And they have something going here in the top of the 6th. 2 runners on here with nobody out, and the meat of their order coming up in Megan Shirey and Peyton Dixon.
Yeah, no, and this is exactly where you wanted to be if you're a Smyrna offense right here. First 2 batters getting on. I mean, now again, opportunities aplenty here. Do you bunt them over, get to 2 runners in scoring position here for your 4 and 5 hitter, or do you let your 3-hole hitter here, Shirey, swing away? A lot of different options.
And so far, Shirey has swung at the first pitch both times up to bat. She had the only hit of the game for Smyrna up until this inning. We're not sure that other base runner earlier,
right,
when we had the little, was it interference down at first? That's probably ending up an error,
right,
one way or the other. But Smyrna definitely with 2 infield hits here. And Shirey up. The coach's daughter.
Let's see what they do here. And again, I mean, you're seeing the gamesmanship from Walter, right? They just had a meeting on the mound. But she wants to make the batter a little bit uneasy. Steps off, gets herself composed.
Oh, drive down the left field side, over the head of the left fielder, and it's a fair ball. Tie game.
Nope.
Now they're going to call it foul.
I know. I saw Coach waving her around third. I thought, man, they said it was fair.
And Shirey first pitch swinging again. And boy, she was on that one.
Yeah,
Didn't miss it by much.
No, she got a good one to hit there, Glenn. And, I mean, that's unfortunately a long, loud strike for Smyrna. But
fortunate for Caravel, right?
Yeah, that was a good piece of hitting. See how Walter bounces back from that.
That's a ball outside, 1-1. Got a little drama here in the late innings.
I love it, man. It gets the adrenaline going.
Shirey has a 1-1 count, nobody out. High pitch, and they're going to move up. That had to be a wild pitch. That was over the catcher's head.
Mm-hmm.
And that moves Duca to third. Lipkins over to second. 2-1 count on the batter, Shirey.
It's just crazy, Glenn, how reflective, the game can be sometimes. Caravel capitalized on a very similar thing in the first inning, and now 2 runners in scoring position for Smyrna because of the same thing here in this one, in the 6th.
Megan Shirey. Outside, calls strike for a 2-2 count.
That's painting right there, Glenn. You're painting the zone. You're able to hit that outside spot. I mean, that's tough. That's tough to do any damage as a hitter.
Artistry out of Jess Walter.
That's right.
Now a big pitch in the game. Nobody out. Second and third, 2-2 count. Outside. And they are not trying to score. So now the count goes full. Any kind of hit here by Shirey, and with the speed on the base pass, you'd think Smyrna would take the lead.
For sure. I mean, that's not a force out at home, too. I mean, a tag needs to be applied. And with Duca's speed, you're right. I mean, anything is a threat. Anything put in play.
Do you risk throwing a changeup at this point? They've mixed it up so well tonight.
They have. And it's tough because then you miss with this. You're going bases loaded, no outs. The good part of that is force out at any base. So
no, there's an open base at first.
Well, it would be ball 4.
You mean if she got ball 4, right?
Yeah.
Grounded foul down the third base side.
What a spot there, man, for Shirey to foul that one off. And she's battling here. And, as we talked about, Walter has been elite when she gets 2 strikes on a batter. Shirey has fought back into this one. Ran the count full. Fouled off and spoiled a few pitches.
Walter in a jam here in the top of the 6th, thanks to 2 infield singles by the Eagles, number 1 and number 2 hitters. Full count. Shirey awaits the pitch, gets it up into the air. It's deep enough for a sac fly. DeBenedictis makes the catch, gets it to the infield, and they'll hold Lipkins at third base. We're tied at 1.
That's a good piece of hitting right there for Shirey. Getting the job done, executing when needed, gets the run home, advances the runner to third base. Wonderfully done there by Smyrna.
That brings up the pitcher, Peyton Dixon, their cleanup hitter. She has walked and gone out unassisted to the first baseman.
And now it's set up to her again. A fly ball to the outfield gives you the go-ahead run in. I mean, that just was a really good piece of hitting there by Shirey. And even, perfect scenario. Put it in right field.
Right.
So it's a harder throw to try and get the runner out of third.
So Megan Shirey has done her job. Gets the RBI on the sac fly. And with 1 out, and Taylor Lipkins over at third base, Peyton Dixon has an opportunity to help herself out.
As we said, Glenn, 13 RBIs coming into this one. Be interesting to see if Walter pitches around her or if she comes right at her.
Here's the first pitch. Right down the middle for a strike.
Answered that question.
Yep. Peyton was a little selective her first time up. She took a walk on a 3-1 count. Her second time up, she swung at the first pitch. Walter, ready. Ground ball the other way, foul down the third base side. And Dixon in the hole at 0-2.
A good job here by Walter getting ahead of the ever dangerous Dixon at the plate. This would be a big out to get. Try and keep this thing tied up.
Walter gets the signal from the bench. Checks the armband. And she's ready to offer the 0-2 pitch. And Dixon does not go for the ball out of the zone. It's 1-2.
That's a tough one to lay off. But that's a good eye by Dixon. And she's been clutch all year for this team.
Walter taking a deep breath. Now approaches the rubber. Runner at third is Lipkins with 1 out. Just got a little piece of that one.
Yeah, she was off balance there, Glenn. She's lucky to get a piece of that. That was an emergency swing.
Defensive swing for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So the count remains 1-2 to Peyton Dixon. We're tied up now at 1 here in the 6th inning. Walter in the circle, gets the call. Let's see what she offers to her counterpart, the Smyrna pitcher, who fouls it off.
Good battle right here.
we've seen this all night long from both teams. Some of the batters have done just a great job of just taking pitches out of the zone and just being defensive.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, they're too close to call with 2 strikes, and they're they're putting the bat on the ball, which is impressive in itself. I mean, both of these pitchers have really nasty strikeout type stuff, so to be able to spoil as many pitches as they had just shows how talented of hitters we got on both teams.
Here's the 1-2 pitch. Ground ball again, left side and foul. Count remains 1-2. Dixon trying to get Smyrna out in front here and get Lipkins home from third. And Walter trying to get a big second out here and strand Lipkins at third base. On deck for Smyrna is Michaela Brantley.
What a spot. I mean, this is – I mean, if you're a sports fan, I mean, these are the kind of moments you love watching. Let's see. I mean, this is a big-time battle. Both of these pitchers have been great. It's been dead even up until this point, and it figures that they'd be going against each other in a go-ahead run situation.
We got a little cat and mouse game now with Walter and Dixon. Walter took a little bit too much time for Peyton, so she stepped out. Now we're ready to go with a 1-2 pitch. Out of the zone, ball 2.
It's a good job. And you know what? I mean, that's Dixon spoiling 3 pitches there that were potential out pitches for Walter. And then that one was too far outside. This is how you work a count. See if she can continue it or get herself something good to hit. Square one up.
Walter ready to deliver. 2-2 count. 1 out. Fouled away again.
Oh, was that Glenn's car?
Now our cameraman, Mike Lang, wants to know, was that my car there in that foul territory? No, I'm way out there past the left field pole. I should be protected. I got a tree right next to me, too.
I made that mistake one time, Glenn. I parked.
Oh, thank you.
Right in. No, not that mistake.
Okay.
You didn't make a mistake. I made the mistake of parking directly behind the dugouts one time.
Yeah, I always look for that when I come up to a diamond for a parking spot. Now, where the foul ball's going to go? Here's the 2-2 pitch. Wow, that was too close for me to take.
Yeah.
But Peyton Dixon knew what she was doing.
Spiked my blood pressure watching that one go by.
Full count. Full count with 1 out and a runner on third. Now, do you dare not give her anything good to hit and just put her on? The next batter, Brantley's 0 for 2.
You know, that was something that I was thinking at the beginning of this at bat. Try and set it. I know double plays are hard to turn in softball, but.
Oh, Dixon just showed a lot of discipline to lay off that high pitch. So she walks for the second time in the game. They'll probably run for her, and that'll bring up Brantley.
Yeah, you're right, Glenn. I mean, the strength, because she committed. It looked like she was committing to that swing, and the strength to be able to hold that swing up. That was impressive there by Peyton Dixon.
Yeah, they're going to run for the pitcher. Well, now let's see if Smyrna has anything on here.
I was thinking the same thing, Glenn. You bring up a good point there. If they look to put the wheels in motion, put a bunt down, suicide squeeze, get that defense moving, hopefully someone makes a mistake type of thing.
Well, usually 9 times out of 10, you're just going to have this runner take off and go to second base and force the defense. Okay, you want to try to throw me out? We're going to score Lipkins off a third for the go-ahead run.
Yes.
So I would think maybe even catcher's indifference that Smyrna would go ahead and get this base here at second. I still can't tell who they put in to run. I can't see the number.
I know, I can't either. Ponytail's running right there. I think it's a single digit. Yeah. I think it's a single digit, Glenn. The ponytail is definitely throwing us off.
All right, the batter, Michaela Brantley, flied out to right field and struck out. She'll take a fly out in this situation because it should be a sac fly with the speed on third. She offers a bunt.
Oh, everyone's safe.
Yeah, they held up. I thought maybe they would send the runner on third in like a suicide situation.
Oh, man. That's a tough one right there. I mean, that's communication, right? You see the bunt coming down. You got to talk to your third baseman there, Moxley, right? Let her know, hey, go to first, go to one, go to first. And right there, just a miscommunication.
So Smyrna has the sacks full with just one out. And the batter is Kirsten Johnson, the designated hitter. She struck out both times.
Tense times if you're a Caravel fan right now.
There's a ball. Yeah, the last at bat when the catcher came up with it, nobody made a play anywhere, so that goes down as a fielder's choice, not a hit. Walter in a little bit of jam here, trying to keep this thing tied up. And that's ball 2.
Ooh, this is tough. This is tough right here.
Pressure situation. All right, we can finally tell who that runner is. It's Brittany Cobb, a junior at second base. Came in to run for Peyton Dixon. So Brantley has worked herself ahead in the count now, 2-0. Excuse me, Johnson. That's a called strike.
Right.
So 2-1 to Johnson, the designated hitter.
I mean, that's a good take there by Johnson. You're ahead 2-0. Put the pressure on the pitcher. Make her throw a strike there. Now you get yourself settled in. If you get a pitch that you like, look to put it in play.
Walter ready. Swing and a miss. Even the count up at 2-2.
Walter got to take a deep breath right here.
Yeah, this would be a big out.
Yeah.
Because then you do have the easy play set up anywhere, any base. Sheridan Price is on deck. Two-two pitch. Johnson laid off of that. That showed a lot of discipline.
Yeah.
Looked like she was about to commit, but now it's a full count.
Wow. That was, I mean, especially, you're running up the box there. It can be tough to hold that bat back. Phew, you got to love it.
Yeah, full count with one out. And now the catcher, Guerrero, takes a timeout. She wants to go out and talk to Walter.
There's a huge pitch here, Glenn.
Oh, yeah.
You take the extra time.
Pressure pitch here. Caravel was pretty much in command of this ball game coming into this inning.
Yeah, I mean, that momentum has completely been halted and shifted the other way. And you got to give credit to Smyrna. They've gotten it done in a multitude of ways. Whether it be hits, whether it be walks, sacrifice bunts. I mean, they've done everything and executed in every type of way here in this half the inning.
All right, here we go. Full count, one out. Bases are full. In a tie game, 1-1, top of the 6th. Walter taking a long time on the rubber.
She is.
And wisely, I think the batter steps out.
Yeah, I don't know if they're just not on the same page, or again, if this is like gamesmanship, so to speak, trying to get the batter antsy and maybe swing at a pitch that they typically wouldn't.
Walter's ready.
Called third strike, Glenn.
Wow. That looked a little low. But a big strikeout for Caravel and Jess Walter.
That's a huge strikeout there. And you know what? To your point, I mean, that's a tough pitch right there. As a batter, you're going to be a little bit frustrated, but I mean that was a tough one.
So now 2 outs. Sheridan Price up to bat. She got on base last time. We're pretty much sure there was an error on that play somewhere, as the throw from catcher on the bunt to first just sailed right past the first baseman.
Big second out, Glenn, there for Walter, as you mentioned. And it's a big second out.
Swing and a miss by Price.
Wind's blowing out now. It just picked back up again, and it's blowing out. Get a ball in the air, this thing's going to carry.
I just circled that strikeout because that was a clutch spot right there for Jess Walter.
Hey, Glenn, I don't have a score, but this is interesting. Jason Winchell just updated us. Sussex Central gets a victory over DMA in softball today.
Wow. Called strike, so no 2 count on Price. Sussex Central, as we said, they gave Smyrna fits in the opening game of the season.
Yeah.
And they've got a really good young freshman pitcher. And again, I'm going to have to look that up in the half inning and get that name.
I'll tell you what, Glenn, this is a big pitch coming up here from Walter. If she can escape with only giving up the 1 run, that's a victory for Caravel.
Ball, that's low. Trying to get Price to go fishing.
Mm-hmm.
So with the loss for DMA, it could be our next ranking. One of these 2 teams might be the new number 1.
You're exactly right. You're exactly right. Depending on how this game shakes out and then the game on Saturday.
Sussex Central should move up.
6-2 was the final. We can get confirmation here. 6-2.
Wow. Good win for the Golden Knights. Swing and a miss, and the inning is over. Walter gets out of a huge jam with the bases loaded and 1 out. Smyrna scores a run and ties it up. And we'll go to the bottom of the 6th. As we keep it right here, I want to let you expound a little bit on what happened today with Sussex Central DMA and the ramifications of this ball game.
Yeah, so 6-2 was the final. I mean, that was just that's a big win for that Sussex Central team. As you said, they're in the mix with the young star pitcher down there. And, DMA with the loss, they don't have any time to rest. They're coming back on Saturday, taking Smyrna on. DMA is going to be tested here, and that turns into a pretty big game on Saturday. Not trying to take 2 losses right there in a row. So, yeah, it's a pretty impressive, Glenn. There's no doubt about it. And, for this one, as you said, there could be a new number 1 next week, depending on how these games shake out.
That's it.
Bradley Layfield.
Bradley Layfield, okay.
That's a big name down there in Georgetown, Layfield. So
we're going to familiarize ourselves with that one for sure.
Yep, Madge Layfield. She's a freshman, and she gave Smyrna fits in that 2-1 defeat when she lost to them game 1, and I don't think Central has lost since then. And a big win today for them over DMA.
Big time victory.
They are 7-1.
Yep, the only loss was at Smyrna. Lost at 2-1. They beat a good Lake Forest softball team 4-0, and Delaware Military today 6-2 down there in Georgetown. All right, here we go. Bottom of the 6th, tie ball game. Caravel has Diomede up to the plate. Sent one deep to center in the first inning for an out, and then grounded out Duca to McCutcheon back in the third. 1-1 count on her.
Let's see what Peyton Dixon comes out here and does. I mean, she's been dominant, as we said, since that first inning, getting outs, shutting down opportunities for Caravel. She could use a shutdown inning right here in the 6th. Only 1 hit for Caravel, too. That's something to keep in mind. I mean, she's been getting the job done.
That looked like a pretty good pitch from here, but again, we're a long ways away from home plate. You can't see inside outside that well. So a 2-1 count. Brand new ball game now at 1-1. That one low for ball 2. Or excuse me, ball 3. 3-1.
This would be big right here if Diomede can get on base. Again, putting the pressure back on Smyrna after the long inning. Which, again, I Walter impressed the heck out of me there to be in that kind of jam and to limit the damage to only the 1 run.
Yeah. And there's a shot up the middle. Duca gets it. Not going to be in time. And for the 5th time in 6 innings, the leadoff runner is on for Caravel.
Yeah, they've put the pressure on Smyrna, and Peyton Dixon has answered the bell every single time, and once again she's going to have to do so. That was a tough play from Jump Street. I mean, she put that in a perfect spot, and with her speed, there was just no chance there for Duca.
Second hit of the game for Caravel. Smyrna has 3. And we're tied at 1. Leadoff runner on. Called strike. To the batter, Michaela Walsh. Walsh has struck out and grounded out to short. And her 2 plate appearances tonight. There's a ground ball right to the pitcher. Dixon turns. They get the out at second. Back to first is not in time.
Good heads-up play there by Dixon. Turn and get the lead runner. A little bit of a bobble there kind of prevented the double play, but again, I mean, Dixon heads-up play. Getting the lead runner, keeping the force out at second base alive as well.
Exactly. That brings up the catcher, Mia Guerreri, who has walked twice. Does not have an official plate appearance in the game.
Can't quite see who that is to run for Caravel. They did pinch run.
Yeah, I can't tell either yet.
Looks like a 7, but that would either be Kendall Brown or Paige Richardson, but we'll have to wait and see.
Okay. Meanwhile, at the plate, Mia Guerreri. Good eye at the plate. Should have a good eye for a catcher, right? Takes a ball outside.
And it was neither of those players. It's 00 Chloe Bedwell.
Okay.
8th grader, pinch running.
I thought she looked pretty small.
Mm-hmm.
You can do that here at Caravel because they have their lower grades and high school all in one building. There she goes, trying to take the steal. 1 hop to short, and it gets away from her. She's going to try for third. And she's out. Trying to take 1 base too many.
What a job by Duca, though. I mean, that ball was floating towards center field, and she was hopping on that thing right away and threw a strike to third base to get the out.
Second out of the inning, cleans the bases. Guerreri's still up to bat.
I don't know if they made an official ball or strike call on that.
Yeah, it went as a strike, so 1-1 count.
That's a big out there. That right?
Yes. She could have been a third with 1 out. But as you said, good throw by Duca. Swing and a miss. A ball and 2 strikes. Dixon trying to get out of this inning and send things to the 7th, all tied up.
Catcher looks like come up limping.
Trying to shake something off here, yeah. Umpire giving her a little extra time. Let me clean the plate off. There's a special bond between home plate umpire and catcher. They take care of each other. All right. Smyrna's Sydney Iyinger, the catcher, now back behind the dish. Peyton Dixon ready with a 1-2 count to Mia Guerreri. Swing and a miss. Got her swinging, and that ends the 6th inning. So at the end of 6, we're all tied up at 1-1, and we'll be back after this on Delaware Live, powered by 302 Sports.
HVAC system is what you need with Ambience. Ambience provides you with over 25 years of experience in the heating, cooling, and plumbing industry. The team at Ambience Heating and Air Conditioning provides high-quality residential HVAC installations, maintenance, and repairs in new and older homes in the Delaware, Maryland, Pennsylvania tri-state area. You may not realize it, but half of your energy costs go to heating and cooling. Make sure your energy dollars count and call us today for a free estimate. 302-239-HVAC. 302-239-4822. Get the assurance that your HVAC system is what you need.
Back here for the 7th inning in a pitcher's duel and a battle here tonight between the number 2 and 3 ranked teams in the state. Smyrna and Caravel, we're all tied at 1. This is about what we expected.
Mm-hmm.
And how about the news that we got from a couple of our 302 crew members, Benny Mitchell and Jason Winchell, I guess both sending us the score that Sussex Central knocked off DMA today, 6-2. Previously undefeated Delaware Military Academy and ranked number 1 in our latest poll.
Yeah, I mean, Benny Mitchell, our resident Sussex Central updater, he made sure to let us know about that one earlier. The thing was he didn't clarify if it was baseball or softball. Apologies, Benny. We're going to give you credit, man.
Okay, we're ready to go here in the top of the 7th. Smyrna will have the bottom of the order, Maxton, McCutcheon, and then the top with Gianna Duca. Duca, the leadoff hitter for Smyrna, has scored their only run. Kendall Brown, the leadoff batter for Caravel, has scored their only run. And Jess Walter and Peyton Dixon are locked into a pitching gem. That looked like a
check swing.
An offer to me.
She couldn't quite hold up on it.
So strike 1 to Maxton, the shortstop, who is 0 for 2 in the game. Walter's ready. I think. I think she changed up on that one, low for a ball.
Yeah, she definitely looked like she took a little bit off of that. Had some drop to it. Poor Mike Lang over here, man. He's struggling in the he's struggling in the shorts right now.
I tried to check the temperature between innings, but I couldn't get to it quick enough. There's a ball outside for 2-1.
It's cold enough to. My phone is cold to the touch.
Yes, and I checked earlier. It was supposed to get down to about 50 this time of night.
54 is where we're at. 54 feels like it's about 40.
Yeah, with the dew point, right?
yeah.
It's getting a little damp out here. 2-1 count. Fouled out. Out of play. 2-2. Maxton, the leadoff hitter for Smyrna here in the 7th inning of a tie ball game.
Glenn, here in the 7th inning, man, it's going to come down to who makes the big play first. I mean, both pitchers have been dominant, and I'll tell you, I mean, Smyrna had such a great opportunity in the 6th inning.
Yeah,
and it just shows how hard it is to get runs on somebody like Jess Walter. Only one run came out of it.
Yeah, they had bases loaded with just the one out. Looked
Call
like
her
a
out,
little
baby.
low to me, but that's a strikeout. I believe that's 11 now for Walter.
Yeah. I mean, she started off with a torrid pace, is kind of let her defense.
Well, I'm way off. How about 14?
Okay.
14 Ks for Walter.
She's been extremely impressive in this one.
Brings up McCutcheon. I was going to say she's taking low for a ball, but I wait for that umpire.
You have to, man. You almost have to wait to see what the official scorebook puts up on the scoreboard.
And hope they're right.
And hope that they're right, yeah.
Well, they're close enough to the umpire. They should be able to hear his call. And every umpire is different. Some of them don't even yell out a ball.
That's true.
They don't say anything.
That's true.
There's a foul straight back. 1-1 count on McCutcheon. Gianna Duca is on deck. She had an infield single her last time up, just last inning, as she led off that inning for Smyrna and scored their only run of the night. Walter approaches the rubber. And she's set with a delivery to McCutcheon. And she checked her swing on a low pitch. And makes a count 2-1.
She's out. Oh, no. Okay, he hit field. She's good.
Yeah, I mean, that again, another change up there, and those are hard to lay off.
Yeah.
She's mixed it in well today, Glenn, as you mentioned earlier. I mean, all of her pitches have been
Well, you called
on
one,
money.
Coach.
I did.
There's a foul straight back and out of play. 2-2 count to McCutcheon. Would be huge for Smyrna to get her on with Duca coming up.
Without a doubt. Without a doubt. Base runners are key in coming down the stretch here, especially because there hasn't been many of them for both teams.
All right, Walter's ready. 2-2 pitch coming to McCutcheon. She laid off a high one, and the count runs full.
It's a really good take. Again, she was ready to commit on that one and held back just in time.
So big pitch coming up here, and Jess Walter has made a lot of big pitches tonight in this game.
She has. She's put batters away consistently. As you mentioned, 14 strikeouts. She's executed extremely well with 2 strikes.
See if she can keep it up here. Full count to McCutcheon. She fouls it. Out of play.
There's been a lot of that, Glenn. I mean, there has been contact made on these 2 pitchers, but the overwhelming majority of the contact has been foul, and typically they're foul going the other way.
Yes.
Late swings.
All right, McCutcheon in the box. She's ready. 1 out here, top of the 7th. Nobody on. Full count to McCutcheon, and Walter is ready. Now she backs off. And she wants to change up the balls, I think.
She wants a new grip. I'm not sure. Maybe there's a scuff on that one. She didn't like the way it felt. That's a pitcher that's in control, man. She wants to stay in control.
Yeah, it's this time of year. We've got a heavy dew out here.
Yeah.
It's starting to get damp. Ball's probably got a little wet. Give me something dry. Let's see if that helps her here with the full count pitch. Walter is ready. McCutcheon's just got enough of that one to stay alive. Now look how wet my folder got down on the grass. See, that's how wet it is.
No, it's that time of the year, like you said.
Now, I almost went into the Bee Gees, staying alive. Almost.
There's 3 of us here today. There's 3 of them, right?
Once again, a full count delivery from Walter to McCutcheon with 1 out here in the top of the 7th. 1-1 ball game. Swing and a miss. And it looked like that might have been that riser.
It did, Glenn. It was a good time for it, too. It looked like it started in the zone. And like you said, rose right up out of there. That's a big second out.
So with 2 gone, it brings up the top of the order. Gianna Duca, 1 for 3 in the game tonight. And she scored Smyrna's only run, takes low for ball 1.
And the difference maker with her speed here. Even, she gets on here, but even with 2 outs, I mean, she could get herself in a scoring position pretty easily with her speed.
One-0 pitch from Walter to Duca. In play down the left field side, but out of play and make the count 1-1.
Wind's kind of died down a little bit here, Glenn. I mean, not that Duca is poised to be looking to put one over the fence, but now it picked up again.
Jess Walter has struck out 15 Smyrna batters in this game tonight. Another foul out of play. So a 1-2 count to Duca. We're in the top of the 7th. Caravel will have Moxley, Holdsworth, and Greico coming up in their half of the 7th.
Not sure what's going on.
I don't know. We've got a little conversation between Jess Walter and the first base umpire.
She was asking for something there. I'm not quite sure what she was asking him.
Yeah. I don't know about you, but I can't read lips this far away.
Now, especially with the mask. It's interesting. Baseball players, they usually cover their face with the mitt. I wonder if, now that masks have been introduced to society, if catchers will be having a mask down there. Pitching coaches, the whole nine.
Here's Walter's 1-2 delivery to Duca. Low for ball 2. 2-2 count. 2 outs. Duca trying to get a little 2-out action going for Smyrna. Walter trying to get out of this 7th inning and hope that her home team can squeeze a run out here in the bottom of the 7th and get a win. Put in play, left side foul.
I like the idea. Couldn't quite get it done though. There was Duca.
I'll tell you what, if the third baseman had made a clean play, forget it.
Yeah.
Duca was already at the bag.
She can motor, man. She is motoring down the line.
You want me to sing again, don't you?
Why not?
Motoring.
Oh, what is it? What's your price for flight?
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that. Yeah.
Sister Christian, very good.
What's your price for flight?
Yeah. I think we lost about 20% of the audience when I started singing, right? That's low, full count to Duca. And you saw her turn around to the umpire and make sure.
Yeah.
That was a ball, right?
Yeah, these pitches are moving every which way. Just because it passed you at the beginning of that batter's box in one spot doesn't mean that it ended there, across the plate there.
All right, here's the full count pitch to Duca from Waller. That's ball 4. So the speedy Duca is on with 2 outs.
And again, let's see if they try to force Duca into second base here. Because, you think of it, if you can get her into scoring position here, obviously you got the heart of your order coming up, although 2 outs. And then, if she gets thrown out, you got to go out there, get 3 outs in the bottom of the inning, and then you got 2, 3, 4 leading off the 8th.
Right.
So there is a little bit of justification that could be made for that. We'll see what Smyrna does.
Last time up, Lifkins beat out a bunt for an infield single. So she's 1 for 3 in the game. I thought Duca might try to steal a bag there. She did not go. High pitch, ball 1. Jess Walter just walked her 3rd batter of the game against 15 Ks.
That's getting it done there, Glenn. 5-to-1 ratio, man. It's excellent.
Here's the 1-0 pitch to Lifkins. Now it's low for ball 2. Lifkins ahead of the count. Trying to get on for Shirey, who has a single and a sac fly RBI.
Yeah, she's put the ball in play. Like you said, a single. And I'll tell you what, the sac fly was driven good out here to right field. So she's been able to put one, keep them fair.
Big pitch here. You don't want to go 3-0. There's a called strike. I heard that one all the way out here.
He's getting a little more emphatic. We're in the 7th inning, stepping the game up behind the plate.
The adrenaline's flowing back there, too.
Right. You kind of need it on a brisk night like this. Keep you warm, that adrenaline.
2 balls, 1 strike to Lifkins, the right fielder for Smyrna. Duca at first. That's another called strike. Good pitch by Walter down in the zone.
It's a way to battle back there by Walter. You've fallen behind the batter, already a runner on first. You don't want to put the go-ahead run in scoring position. nice job by her to battle back, even the count up at 2.
Yep. Here's the 2-2 pitch with 2 outs. Ground ball.
That's
It
trouble.
hit safe at first easily, and Duca easily got to second. Looked like it hit.
I think it
Did
did.
they hit the pitcher's glove and then bounce over to third?
I think it did.
Okay, that's what
Yeah.
happened.
Yeah.
Again, I got blocked out a little bit by the base umpire.
Yeah, that ball was scorched right at Walter, and she knocked it down. Hopefully she's okay. She's going to try and walk it off.
I'm going to give her a hit for that. It was a hard hit ball, and Walter made a good attempt at it. So Duca and Lipkins, who started off the last inning by both getting on, do it here with 2 outs for Smyrna in the top of the 7th. That brings up Megan Shirey, who has a single and a sac fly. She is 1 for 2.
Little 2-out rally here by Smyrna. That was a line drive right off the foot. We just watched the replay here, Glenn. It was a line drive right off the foot.
So easily a hit.
But, her knocking it down might have prevented Duca from getting to third base. So it may have worked out for Caravel there.
Yeah,
that ball was ripped.
Good point. Well, Shirey did not offer for the first time tonight on the first pitch and takes a ball.
What a spot here, Glenn.
Yeah.
What a spot.
Key moment in the game. Megan Shirey, one of the best hitters on the Eagles ball club.
She's been getting the job done for them tonight, as you mentioned. Hit and sac fly.
She swings. Ground ball left side, third base, over to first in time, and Caravel gets out of it. And we will go to the bottom of the 7th, keeping it right here in a 1-1 ball game.
Wonderful job again. Walter overcoming some adversity there, giving up, 2-out base runners, and able to seduce the ground out to third base. No damage done, and now you allow your lineup to get to the into the dugout and try and go out and win a ball game for your team.
So Smyrna with a couple of hits there. They had 2 hits last inning, so they now have 5 hits in the game.
The last 2 innings, as you mentioned, they started to string together some hits. So as this game, if it were to continue, it's definitely something to keep an eye on, considering how dominant Walter was. Now, she's gotten the clutch outs the last few innings.
Oh, big time, huh?
But Smyrna perhaps maybe starting to figure her out. It's just a matter of trying to string those hits together. They haven't quite done that quite yet.
Number 2, number 3 ranked teams in the state here, and number 1 lost earlier today.
Yeah.
Delaware Military fell to Sussex Central 6-2. As Madge Layfield gets the win for the Golden Knights.
Yeah, it's a name that we'll definitely have to keep an eye on, Glenn. You mentioned that earlier in the broadcast, and then obviously with the big win today, Madge Layfield is a name to keep an eye on for sure in Delaware softball.
Coach John Wells does a really nice job with that program, and they're one of the few football coaches that coaches softball in Delaware.
Yeah.
And I'll give you another one that does it. It's Appoquinimink, Brian Timpkins.
George Kusanovich used
Yeah, how about that?
Yep. And George K., Coach K used to do it up at Concord, right?
Okay.
Yep, softball and football.
Yeah.
Okay. Coach Brian down at Appo, the football and softball coach down there. And there's a foul down the right field side. Morgan Moxley leading off the 7th here is in an 0-2 hole against Peyton Dixon in this tie ball game, 1-1. Yeah, I know I had a playoff game a few years ago when Appo played Sussex Central in the opening round, and I said this has to be the only football game ever in Delaware where you had 2 football coaches that were softball coaches meeting in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, that would definitely be a stat you'd have to go back a ways to try and find that.
Timpson and Wells. And 2 really good guys, too. Coach Wells with an outstanding football season this year, winning the state title.
they've been good every year, but the last few that they've really gotten it done.
There's a called strike and a strikeout for Peyton Dixon to start off the 7th inning. Moxley goes down. It brings up Brooke Holdsworth, who has walked and doubled. And her double, as you mentioned it, Pat, back in the 2nd inning, we thought it was out of here off the bat.
Yeah, we thought it was coming right to us. Caravel could use something like that right about now. Tell you what, Peyton Dixon has gotten stronger as this game has gone on. As we talked about, Smyrna put together, a few hits the last couple of innings.
Right.
Caravel only 2 hits in this game.
That's right.
I believe that. That was a strike, whether it was called
like
or
it
swung
just got
on,
away
right?
from the catcher.
Yeah.
I thought for a moment now they're going to call it a strike.
It just based off of some of the other pitches, whether it was a swing or called strike.
Now they're checking, and it is a strike.
Yep. They're saying she swung.
I think it hit the bat. I thought it either hit the bat or the catcher's mitt because it was redirected.
Definitely a bizarre one.
So an 0-1 count to Holdsworth. Dixon. Induces a foul ball, so she's ahead in the count 0-2 on Holdsworth. We have one out, nobody on here in the bottom of the 7th. And we're getting eerily close to extras here at Caravel Academy.
We are. Pitchers duel, Glenn. Pitchers duel.
I'm wondering if maybe our cameraman, how deep we go into the night, might have some long pants in his car.
I do.
Okay, he does.
That's big.
Found that out.
That's big news. That's big news right there.
0-2 pitch from Dixon to Holdsworth, and that's shot right at second baseman. Duca over to first, pulled the first baseman off the bag, and Holdsworth is a one-out base runner here. She represents the winning run.
Any way you can get on base is what you're looking for.
And we haven't had many errors tonight. It's been a clean game. I think that might be Smyrna's first.
I believe it is as well. That's how I have it listed in the box score here.
Duca's been solid all night, and that one just got a little offline to first and pulled McCutcheon off the bag.
Let's see what Smyrna can do here now. Caravel, I should say.
Brings up Haley Greco.
It's a big spot here for the freshman.
She's 0 for 2 in the game. Holdsworth at first base. Called strike.
Okay.
A 1-1 count. Dixon seems to be working a little bit faster now. Swing and a miss for strike 2. That one was a little high in the zone. That's that rise pitch.
Yeah, that was a really good location. Had some velocity to it as well. Good luck hitting that thing.
You're right. That pitch looks so good coming in. It's like right across the waist, and then all of a sudden it's up at the letters.
Same thing. She was able to get a piece of it there.
Yep. Good job fighting that one off by Haley Greco. Count remains a ball and 2 strikes. One out here in the bottom of the 7th. We're tied at 1. We expected a close game between these two, and that's exactly what we have.
Yeah, no, you're exactly right. And as I said, Peyton Dixon seems to be getting stronger.
And that got away from the catcher, so Holdsworth's going to move up to second base.
That's big. It's the winning run right there, Glenn.
2-2 count to the batter.
Now you wonder, what does this change the game plan up at all? Again, I know 2 strikes here, so it's kind of taboo to try and put a bunt down with 2 strikes, but
yeah, head coach Randy Johnson barking out signals to his base runner Holdsworth at second. That ball in the dirt dug out nicely by the catcher, Iyinger.
Yeah, great job by Iyinger to make sure that one didn't get past.
You certainly don't want that potential winning run over at third base with one out.
No.
So she saved a bag right there. The count goes full to Greco. Layla Rock is on deck. 0 for 2 tonight. And again, you might be in a situation here with the open bag that you don't give the batter anything good. Ground ball to the pitcher. Dixon tosses it over to first. They get the out. Moving up to third is Holdsworth. So the winning run's at third with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th.
Quite the spot here, Glenn. Smyrna had a very similar opportunity in the top of the 6th. They couldn't get the go-ahead run in. Let's see if Caravel can execute here with 2 outs.
Left fielder, Layla Rock.
First baseman driving in for Smyrna.
Fouls that off. Rock grounded out, pitcher to first, and struck out her last time up. Caravel trying to end it right here in the home half of the 7th. Dixon and the Eagles are trying to send this into extras. 0-1 pitch to Rock. Fouled. Down the right field line, out of play.
She made contact now twice on the fastball. Was well behind on both of them. But she's trying to square one up.
Haven't seen Dixon use off-speed pitches quite as much as Jess Walter tonight.
Yeah, definitely, Glenn. I mean, Walter has mixed them in a little more often. Makes you wonder if one's coming here or not. Call you the Swami if that's it.
There it is, up the middle. Out of reach of the center fielder, and that is the ball game. Caravel with a walk-off hit by Layla Rock, and they win this one 2-1 over Smyrna.
Wow, what a piece of hitting there. I mean, that was the hardest hit ball I think we've seen all night, Glenn, and it figures it was the game winner. You know, she made great contact with that pitch. And, there's just not much to do there. What a job there by Caravel. What a win for this Buccaneer program.
So number 1 goes down today. DMA falls to Sussex Central 6-2. And here tonight, number 2 falls to number 3 in a tight one. 2-1 here at Caravel. And we'll be right back to wrap this thing up on Delaware Live, powered by 302 Sports.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Caravel Concepts. Caravel Concepts is an award-winning restaurant group with 12 locations in beautiful coastal Delaware. Come check us out. At Caravel Concepts, we believe in cooking beautiful, simple food, developing the people we work with, and making the world a better place. Come visit us this fall for our great off-season specials, like half-price entree night and crab cake night. With 12 locations on the culinary coast from Lewis, Delaware to Fenwick Island, we have something for everyone. See you soon. Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Caravel Concepts. Caravel Concepts is an award-winning restaurant group with 12
You're ready to get started on your road to homeownership. Whether you're planning to buy a home in 3 months, 6 months, or even a year, let me walk you through the process from start to finish and get your questions answered. I'm a DHSA lender with down payment assistance programs or grant money. I can help those with less than perfect credit or those working on their credit. I'm also local and always have been. So call 302-563-5599 or visit bryans.loans.com when you are ready to get started on your road to homeownership.
Community. It's not just where you live, it's where you belong. At Dover Federal Credit Union, we understand what it means to be local. We started here, and we're not going anywhere.
Okay.
We're as local as it gets, and we like it that way. We're not just a financial institution. We are the local credit union that you can trust.
I'd do it too.
Local people,
4,
local decisions.
3,
Dover Federal Credit Union.
1.
Back here at Caravel Academy, walk-off winning run, double to center field, just over the outstretched center fielder of the Smyrna Eagles by Layla Rock, scoring Brooke Holdsworth here in the bottom of the 7th, and they did it with 2 outs. Great ball game. We expected it to be that way. Smyrna scores 1 run on 5 hits, 2 runs on 4 hits for Caravel. Jess Walter, the winning pitcher, 15 strikeouts against 3 walks. And what a ball game here. First time I've had the pleasure of working with you, Pat, and I tell you what, we had a great one here tonight.
Absolutely, Glenn. And no, it was a blast to do this one with you for sure. Two Titans in the softball, for Delaware, and we anticipated a low-scoring pitcher's duel. It's exactly what we got. It came down to clutch hits, right?
Yeah.
Down the stretch, Smyrna had an opportunity in the 6th inning to blow this one open. They couldn't do it. The door was shut down there by Jess Walter. And then in the bottom half of the 7th, Caravel able to come up with the big-time clutch hit and walk away with the win, remain undefeated, and maybe get a little bit of revenge type of deal for the championship game back in 2019.
All right, that'll do it for tonight's game here at Caravel. We want to thank Athletic Director Craig Bailey, both coaches Nikki Shirey and Randy Johnson. Thanks to our crew, cameraman Mike Lang and Nick Halliday, and, of course, my broadcast partner, Pat Garriantes. But most of all, a huge thank you to all of our sponsors and to you, the families and fans, for tuning in to our live stream. Once again, the final, Caravel 2, Smyrna 1. The Buccaneers now 8-0, and the Eagles fall to 4-1. Thanks for tuning in. This is Glenn Frazier from all of us at Delaware Live, powered by 302 Sports.
I just got to go right into here. Mm-hmm.
We're good?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, we're good. I turned the volume off.
That's always a smart idea.
Yep.
I just texted my wife. You're going to beat me home. So she's going to take the dog out, unfortunately.
I'm just glad that didn't go into extra.
I don't hate to see anybody lose this game the way it was
Oh,
going.
I know. Man, what a game.
Picked a good one for, this is our first softball
game of the year, huh?
Mm-hmm.
I think it was the first one we did, right?
Yeah, but the other one was colded out.